last. The Aurora Concordant, doing all in their power to defend Craghammer from its new incursion of uh, remnant assassins. You guys made your way to the Palace of the Iron Keeper, where you fended off an attack force, really, of these like Shadow Blade assassins who came after the Shadow Keeper, the Iron Keeper. You managed to waylay, defeat, take down them and their cultist adversaries, and caught up with the Iron Keeper promptly thereafter to continue the defense. Very quickly did you realize that it seemed all of this was a trap. Despite your defenses, it seemed that the very secret escape route between the lower and middle slab, a long forgotten ancient bridge that led out into the mountains, was known only by a few, the Iron Keeper herself and the honor guards, to which you all knew that this was sort of the telltale sign of an ambush. And indeed, you were right. The bridge, though defensible as dwarves like to make their things, was a bit of a shooting gallery. You find yourselves diving for cover, banishing the Iron Keeper for protection, getting caught in the open in some instances and gunned down. Some very, very intelligent uses of magic items, abilities. It was all you could do is to withstand. For you guys have taken some blows that day. This has been a big day for you. And in the end, you nearly managed to escape, but it seemed a single sharpshooter crack shot from a master archer found its way through the smoke and through the heart of the Iron Keeper, left only with a small, coaxing note for Zarvolg, saying, "I win. I'm the better sharpshooter than you. Come to the first Temple of Moridin, and I'll prove it to you again. Come alone," was essentially the message. And that is where we pick up today, as you guys have made your way back, most of the way through the tunnels back to the palace, and away from the shooting gallery, and the Iron Keeper there on the ground, note in Zarvolg's hand, presumably. What would you all like to do?
Immediately, do we have its protection of poison or an anti-venom? Does anyone have anything about
I
poison?
I do. I've got an antitoxin and a potion of advantage, which I'm going to dose her both with.
Okay, you
Oh,
just start
I will revivify the
dumping
moment it's done.
You just start dumping potions down the back of her, of her dead throat. I'm probably gonna say save the potion of advantage simply because she can't digest anything right now because she is gone. But the antitoxin will surely work. You can like pull the bolt out, dump it on both sides of the wound, down her throat, whatever it'll take. The antitoxin surely seems to stall whatever magical venom, not completely isolated, for this is a magical venom, but surely slow it. Perhaps just enough indeed for your attempted spell, you think.
Revivify. Yes, I have the diamonds.
Okay, my friend. We are going to have. It is only between you and the individual, but we are going to have the resurrection ritual. A very risky, very difficult procedure. By some standard. So, Yvaine, you begin to cast the spell. You bring forth the diamonds. You speak the words, and it is only an instant. It is a 6-second spell. It is very fast. But what are the words that you use to beseech her return to the land of the living?
The way is safe. Your people need you. Let us help us to win this. Come back to us.
Okay. You say these words to Iron Keeper Paluda, Zathorn, And what I will require from you, per this being a revivify, roll a d20, add your wisdom modifier. DC is 10. She has not died before. And that is how difficult it will be to bring her back to resurrection.
My wisdom modifier is 10. So
Your
that
wisdom
is,
modifier is 10?
yes.
You have a 30 wisdom?
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I
was like, what
I
the
read the wrong thing.
fuck?
I read the wrong thing. My
You're all
wisdom
good, you're all
modifier
good.
is a 5.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's surprising. I don't know what I did that.
Terrible apologies.
It's
Terrible
all good, it's all
apologies.
good, it's all good. It's
Uh,
just funny.
the total roll is a 14.
A 14, excellent. Yes. You had a 1 in 4 chance of failing this, which is great odds in your favor. You with a 14, with some effort, you push forth the power of Revivify, calling upon all the primal magics to tether this soul, not let it leave, and return back to the body. The hole through her chest knits together rather significantly. It is just a hollow hole right through her. The bolt dissolved into poison, and it will travel through her, revivify. She will come back, but I need to roll for her harrowing return. She will indeed suffer a harrowing return. She did not succeed on the very almost impossible to save wisdom saving throw. Roll a little d10 to see exactly what happens there. She opens her eyes, and her eyes are looking past you, and they are faint at first, and then you feel her body tense, and her eyes come to pinpricks with terror as she looks past you at something. You turn your head to follow her eye line. You see nothing. And you look back to her, and she kind of is looking around, and whatever she was focused on seems to be gone from both your sights.
Iron Keeper, we must get you to safety.
She just kind of nods, and you may take her on. She bulky are dwarves, weighty despite their size, but nonetheless can be picked up. And I'm sure you do in this time. You come running back into the palace, which is definitely not what it's called, but it'll serve while I find the name of the palace. You make your way in to see that the cleavers, I believe they're called, the main dwarven force of Craghammer, is in and around the room over the bodies of the assailants, and sees you all return with their Iron Keeper. So these guys are. Yeah, I can't see. Oh, the Carvers, they're called. Yeah, you look in and see these heavily armored Carver dwarves, horns and whatnot, shields, axes, and looking around, you guys all sort of come in, and there's definitely a sigh of relief in the room as they see you return with the Iron Keeper, and they go, "Hey, Moridin."
Send someone to find your greatest healer, whoever's exceptionally good with the poisons.
Nods. Say, send word to the House of Thunderbrand. See if they have themselves a healer to the Temples of Moridin. Go! And a number of the warriors run forth. We will cut to a very short amount of time passing. A very short cut to where this place has been reinforced. Healers have come forth from the various temples up on the upper slab. The place has been locked down. You would have a hard time looking at any point other than the roof and not finding a heavily armored dwarf ready to fuck up somebody. Um, and the Iron Keeper's been taken to her room alongside, and the representatives of the great houses have been summoned. Uh, Great political upheaval is in this moment. The place has been locked down, and people in Craghammer are shook that they have been infiltrated so intensely. Um, the Iron Keeper slain right in the middle of, these words are passed around in disbelief, right in the middle slab, right in the center of it all. He can't even believe it.
She lives. She lives.
The Pyre Throne infiltrated. It's never been done. Um, the person who has taken this strange personality has arrived and has seemed to have, I guess, taken command, maybe the wrong word. Of a number of important individuals who have shown up from the great houses of them, uh, comes Lord Gnostic Gracefine, who is largely considered one of the wealthiest people in the city, who you are quickly told of. And he is the owner of dozens of quarries within the Cliffkeep Mountain, has made his fortune through metal and gems. So he's fabulously wealthy. Um, well, we need to decide next steps now, don't we, gentlemen and gentle ladies? We ought to figure out what happens next. The Iron Keeper is in no state to lead. We must assign someone to the Pyre Throne in such a time of uncertainty. Nods shared around the various doors. They say, while the carvers keep an eye on things and scour the city for more of these dark foes, we'll decide who sits the Iron Throne or the Pyre Throne while we wait. See if House Zorthron is able to uptake its responsibilities on the Pyre Throne. More nods are shared around. What about the party? These things are surely happening in for your heroics. You've certainly, and completely outside of what would be usual, is that you guys have been afforded the ability to stand in the very far back corner while the dwarves make important governing decisions. Until about 20 years ago, Craghammer was the most xenophobic, closed off city in Tal'Dorei. Um, People who were not born of Craghammer weren't allowed through the fucking door. The fact that you guys are allowed to sit quietly at the chairs at the very very back of the throne room and are able to just hear what's going on is a huge cultural relaxing. So while it may not feel as dignified as usual for this party, it is surely a remarkable uplift to Outlanders. And nonetheless, they continue to speak. But while you guys have this space and they're deciding their things, what is spoken about by the Concordant? What is done by the Concordant?
I don't know if it's necessary to share everything with them, but it might be helpful to assure them that this is not necessarily about an all-out invasion on Craghammer.
At least not at the moment. At least it doesn't appear that way.
Might soothe their consciences and inform their decisions from moving forward.
What are we doing about the crossbow bint?
Oh, well, it sounds like we're going to have to meet her in the first cathedral, first temple to Moridin.
I mean, except that we don't, right? Like, for all her, oh, I've won. Like, okay, so you tagged her and I fixed her. So, all right. I think I'm done doing what she's told me to do. That doesn't mean that we don't go. That's just where my head is at.
Well, I mean, there's certainly something to be said, some wisdom, some tactic in some strategy in not doing what your enemy expects you to do. But uh, in this case, we might be better off seeking a speedy resolution to this rather than trying to circumvent a more direct path.
What are your thoughts?
Well, my thought is if he is a planner, which she obviously is, then he will have planned for us to not do what she's requested. So the immediate thought that entered my head is to give her exactly what she wants, exactly what she asked for. Because it will be the last thing that she expects. Which means she's going to be divided in her attention, wondering where the other shoe is.
You're not actually suggesting
Oh, hell
we
no.
send Zarvolg alone.
No.
All right.
I'm suggesting you replace Fenn. I'm suggesting that I put my ring on Dreiser's hand. And that puts, with their speed, almost all of us immediately wherever it is that we need to be. But it will look like we mostly obeyed. Where the hell are the rest of them? That's my first immediate thought.
So Zarvolg is going to wear the ring with you and
No.
Kiro in it?
Dreiser
okay.
will wear the ring because Dreiser can cover an unfathomable amount of distance. And it doesn't matter if she's holding a higher position, Dreiser can get there from here.
And for Kiro's approach?
That's the piece that I don't have a solid answer for, but Kiro's still got access to flight.
I can fly, and if need be, I have 3 different places of hopping from here to there. Depends on how far there is.
Okay, so we've got the ability to close a distance relatively quickly. We've got the ability to present as if she is getting what she's not expecting. But as a planner, she's going to immediately go, "What the fuck are they doing? What's up with this?" And while she's doing that, it is an opportunity to steal a march on whatever her plan is, because she will obviously have one.
Are we going to make an attempt to sleep? I won't lie. I don't have a whole lot left in me.
I'm torn on the subject.
As am I.
I don't know how much resource he's had to expend to get the people in and orchestrate all of these moving pieces. If we take time to reset ourselves, she will have time to bolster whatever it is that she has in mind. If we steal the march onto her before she can draw resources back to her, that puts us in a position where we may be able to negate some of her advantage.
Can we give up 10 minutes?
Surely.
I still have prayer of healing. We get a short rest and some hit points.
Weirdly enough, it's more that I'm running out of spell energy.
I get that. It put me down to first levels only.
And I'm not great in a fist fight, I won't lie.
Not to. I will say your guys sitting here and planning and listening in on all that's going on. I will call that a short rest. So you guys may all, while you're discussing, take your short rest while you do so.
Well, I don't necessarily have an opinion on the long sleep or not, because I can see it going either way. I will say that I don't know that we necessarily need to assume that she's walking us into some sort of combat ambush. It seems that's happened multiple times already, and she was present at the last one. Certainly, if it was an all-out battle she was interested in, or even just a shot, a whatever hidden shot to kill me. Um, she's had that opportunity already, so I'm inclined to some degree to take her to at her word that she wants to follow through with whatever this um, contest is that she has in mind. In her, um, it seems in her mind she's already performed her portion of it successfully. Um, I don't know for sure yet that we know that we have to turn this into an immediate all-out battle. There might be a preliminary alternative if we go at it straightforward. I'm not saying that we shouldn't have people hiding and ready to jump into a fight. I guess I'm saying more that, as Edward said, maybe we at least present ourselves as uh, halfway, um, giving in her following her instructions, and at least see what she has prepared, rather than immediately trying to jump her from the shadows. I don't know that full on surprise is going to work in this instance. She seems to have been fairly um, premeditative in this.
I mean, we can't ask. I've the means. I can ask, I believe, 3 yes or no questions. I think it's 3. So if there's something we want to know, if she knows for certain, I can commune and ask. If it's helpful.
I mean, can you get answers about the future? What we really want to know is what's going to happen, right?
I'll only be able to get yes or no.
For divination, right?
Uh, for commune, I believe I can ask 3 yes or no questions.
All right.
I could cast a divination and get a more thorough answer to a single question.
Yeah, but divination is it's
That's
one
going to take a minute.
question, and it's typically meant to come in like a cryptic short
Yeah.
phrase sort of situation. So
We can find out, is she expecting all of us? We can find out. Do you see what I'm saying? That there are some of these things that we're like, well, we don't know. It's yes or no. Potentially I can ask. I'm putting that forward as it is a new skill.
do it. Use the power. Use your
Yeah, I mean,
toy.
more information is always helpful
Well,
information.
but before we go down that particular route, it would be useful to talk to our hosts to find out where this temple is, because there there may be yes no questions that come out of that. Is there a back door in? Is there an opportunity to, if we take a page out of the ruiner's playbook, if someone with a magic stone destroying surfboard spends an hour doing loop de loops in the ceiling, can we drop 2 tons of mountain on her head and call it a day?
As
Oh,
a
that's not a bad idea at all.
as a point to that, whether you want, if you want to talk to a dwarf about, finding things or knowing things about distant places in the earth, you've got that, who for the third time, I can't remember his name, that hunter.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Does anyone have the name of that hunter? From my
Uh,
notes,
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I can usually flip
I'll
back in
find
my
it.
book, but I finished my book.
I'll find it.
Thank you. Sorry. Lots of names.
Yeah, I think it's probably worthwhile to speak to the dwarves at this point. They're already pretty alarmed, so I don't see much harm in sharing with them what we know.
And they might have some feelings about this one way or the other too. You know, because given her nature, if it were still consecrated, she wouldn't be able to step foot in that space. So if it's not consecrated, why isn't it consecrated? Because I'm under the impression the dwarves don't idly build, particularly for Moridin, and then just go, eh, we'll build a newer place that's even grander and not up upkeep the upkeep the historical foundational spot. So there has to be a reason. And that's all history that they may be able to share. Whether they're willing to or not is a separate issue because it could be a touchy subject, but it's certainly worth an ask. And going hand in hand with that, they may have a very solid opinion about dropping a ton of stone on her head if that's where she's hanging out.
All right, so let's go. Zarvolg, do you like that? We should perhaps speak to some of the dwarves.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm probably not the best at it. While I am working on my etiquette. Um, dwarves aren't historically my strong point when it comes to communication.
I mean, I'm happy to speak with them. I don't necessarily speak their language, so it's going to be a, a foreigner deal asking potentially touchy subjects. But
Yeah, but you have Riz.
I can translate.
Well, Mr. DM, I think we have a plan.
We're gonna go talk to some dwarves, see what they got.
absolutely.
Fair enough, fair enough. So while the government bullshit's happening over here, who are we seeking out here? Hunter Hork Bravesong. I found him.
Oh, there you go. I couldn't find him.
I luckily put his name in the mini, so which I left behind. So the trick is to leave their name as in many places as possible. So if you forget one, you find it in the other, I guess. So yeah, you want to go talk to some dwarves. There are many dwarves to pick from in the halls of Crackhammer. Which of these dwarves would you like to pick?
I think we'll start by talking with the hunter because he'll
Yeah,
be able to to best point us to the appropriate people to talk to.
absolutely. You head outside and you find Hunter Bravesong, who's um, he's probably talking to some other dwarves. Like he's not. I don't think there's such a thing as like a lone wolf dwarf. They're just not. So they're not conceptually capable of. No, he's probably speaking to a number of other sort of huntery looking uh, dwarves with just that uh, um, water cooler kind of like, oh, I can't believe this has happened kind of thing. So you step outside and very easily get a beat on him. He looks like he was in a bit of combat himself outside while everything was going down. And you guys kind of approach. You immediately welcome into his circle, or he immediately welcomes you into his circle. And he goes, "I, Aurora Concordant. Sorry, let me. I'm sure you got better things to do, but these are. That's my cousin. That's my brother-in-law. That's my." And he introduces the other four dwarfs who are all uh, at least first or second related to him. And he goes, "Anyway, what can I do for you? I think so. I've got pretty
Well,
fucking crazy."
we find ourselves in need of some additional information that your folk would absolutely have. Uh, the proverbial gauntlet has been cast.
Fucking say so.
Well, more specifically, we've been giving another invitation,
Well,
and this time to the grounds of the original Temple to Moridin.
there's a moment of like the original temple. Like his eyes go wide at that. Um, and I'll say the one he introduces is his younger brother. He goes, "Original temple to Moridin. I mean, which one are we talking about here?" And then they immediately start going into a small debate about what would be considered the original temple of Moridin and Craghammer. And eventually Horik says, "Hey, we got no time for debates, lads." Because
More,
it is a tricky
more
question.
importantly, given the nature of the individual, it would have to be someplace that is no longer consecrated.
That narrows it down.
Further, we have questions about why it might no longer be consecrated.
Well, there's a
Uh,
number of reasons, but I'll tell you what. I'm probably not the guy to answer it. Tell you what. Let's go to the house of my uncle. He is a priest of Moradin, and he's got a fascination in the history of Craghammer, so he'd be the fella to talk to in the city about this kind of thing. Uh, and with an urgency, you can tell that things are crazy right now. There's no fucking around. He goes, right this way. And he starts showing you through. He will bring you to the top slab, which is the veritable religious district. It's hard to look anywhere and not find a temple. And he will bring you to a rather large home complex. He'll tell you this is Clan Bravesong's residences. Sort of bangs on one of the doors. He goes, "Uncle Joros." And opening the door, you're gonna see this ginger-bearded dwarf. He's in armor, but he's definitely got like the Moridin vestments and whatever. He's very much a priest. And he goes, "Burik, who do we have here?" And he goes, "We need to talk to you. It's pretty urgent, actually. I don't want to speak too freely, but it's for Craghammer. Pretty important stuff." So, "Oh, okay. Well, you'll best come in." Sounds and immediately invites you all in. The roof is a little low for my taller folks, but it's a very nice home, and this is clearly like a scholar's home. There is slabs and books of new and old age here and there. There's images on the wall. There's definitely like Moradin iconography all over the damn place, as you would expect from a priest's home. He invites you in, lights his pipe, and sits down. Goes, "So, what exactly are we looking for? What's the problem?"
Master Bravesong, we find ourselves being goaded by the person who is the cause of all of the ruckus today. She is calling for us to make an appearance at the original Temple to Moradin. I understand that there is some conjecture of what that may or may not be. The nature of the individual is such that they could not step foot on consecrated ground.
Mm.
So I'm hoping that that may narrow the scope.
It does.
We
It
are
does.
curious of why a place of that importance might no longer be consecrated, and if the dwarvish community had concerns about collateral damage to some place potentially with some historical significance.
I. This is tricky. Most known temples of Moridin, you'd be right, have been reclaimed ever since the days of Desmond Dragonstrike and Garen Hearthheart. They had seen to it that the halls of, this place was once called Uthtor, were reignited, reconsecrated, as you say. So, the original temple of Moridin. I think uh, it'll be Horik who will say, well, that's why I come to you, Uncle, because, I mean, any Temple of Moradin, especially one reclaimed, would be consecrated. So we're looking for something probably forgotten about, right? I goes, aye. He goes, so what about before the fall of Uthtor? Aye, you got a keen mind there, laddie. Keen mind there, right? He stands up and he goes over and takes out a number of stone slabs that look ancient, and starts kind of sifting through them. And he goes, aye, most of the slabs are from the halls of Uthtor, but it was foretold that there were other caverns that were not completely reclaimed, that were said to be destroyed when the crawling king reclaimed the kingdom of Uthtor before the calamity ended. That was. So you were probably looking something at the deeper levels, maybe a level below the lower slab that might have been considered to be fallen in, but those chambers would have been abandoned, having been collapsed and fallen in on themselves, temples destroyed. But if we're assuming that they've been reclaimed by this Goder, you see, we don't know who built it, but there should be. He sort of starts sifting through the maps and whatever, and he says, "You know where this is, lad?" Looking over at Horik, he goes, yeah, it's maybe 1,000 feet below the lower slab." He goes, aye, that is said to be collapsed, and that is long foretold to have been indeed what was originally the Temple of Moridin in Uthtor before its fall to the Crawling King. But it's said to be collapsed. You might go there and find nothing. But this is only conjecture. We haven't had, hasn't been fully excavated, you see. It's only a guess. And then between the two of them, they sort it out. They sort out maybe like another 2 locations of like possible temples, and then between Uncle Generos's knowledge of ancient history and Hunter Horrick's knowledge of just what makes sense of where you build as a dwarf and terrain and such, they sort of narrow it down to indeed that first chasm about 1,000 feet beneath the lower slab, and says, it is collapsed. It is said to have been collapsed and it's been unexplored to this point. No dwarf has ever gone that deep and come back. It's largely thought to be inhabited by monsters. But it's a long shot, but that is to be where apparently the original Temple of Moridin in the city of Uthtor, before the fall of the Crawling King, is said to be. If you're looking for your mark, that is what I'd recommend.
It sounds like a
Okay.
yes or no question. I've also a spell that would allow me to find a path.
Yes or no questions, you say?
Yes.
Ah,
I'm
that's
the
fine.
Oracle of the Moonweaver. I'm occasionally able to ask questions, but they have to be very specific. It's not really a conversation. It's just sort of an aye or a nay.
Aye. That's a good power you have. I have yet to, I am a cleric myself, but I've yet to come near to that level of power. You should be proud of yourself, lassie.
It's very, very new. This, in fact, will be the first time I've even tried it, but
Well, you say
Well,
it's pretty convenient.
that's one yes no.
okay.
I assume that we probably want to have the other two ready at the same time.
Yes.
Let's assume for a moment that the answer is yes. Do you gentlemen have any historical record of what entrances or perhaps secret entrances to that location?
Horik says, well, I'll say the uncle says it. Uncle General says, I mean, Horik has, he's got some of the best stone cunning that I've seen in a long time in the Bravesong line. I mean, and Horik says, I mean, I'm pretty good at finding my way through the tunnels. Well, we're there. It's a sense, you see. It's not something intellectual. Um, and Uncle General says, I mean, these tunnels have been collapsed for centuries. There ain't a dwarf alive who probably even remembers the original expedition by Clan Dragonstrike to reclaim the halls of the Torfa Craghammer. So, no one living remembers everything, and excavation continues. I'm sure Horik could take you there, but secret passages. I mean, what do you think, Horik? Horik says, I mean, hypothetically, we could go there, and then I could try and figure something out when we're near. But I mean, if maps existed of the area, the place would already be excavated and reconsecrated.
Also, concerning your stone sense, does that mean you'd also be able to look at an area and go, you know, if you run a hole through there, the whole thing would just go.
Well, I collapsing a temple of Moridin on itself, though. I mean,
Well, that
it
brings
is more
us
important.
that brings us to there is every likelihood. Well, let's be clear. The goater in this particular instance is a champion of the betrayers and a master vampire.
A master vampire?
Which means we aren't going to be able to pull many punches.
I see. You know what? Now, I like your idea of collapsing the place, but, I mean, you gotta think about it. What's the purpose of collapsing a place, right? It's to, make the land inhospitable, crush your enemies and so on and so forth. I propose something a little bit different. Now, you could collapse this ancient temple of Moridin if it's been excavated, or you bring along a dwarf cleric of Moridin, and maybe while you're all doing your good work, perhaps a sort of, I mean, not a full consecration, but maybe something can be achieved on behalf of the Allhammer that might work to your fancy.
Can I show you something I bet you'll think is really, really cool? Like, as a dwarf, you're going to think it's cool. And she pulls out her earthboard. I'm like,
Aye,
take a stand on it. Take a little
Oh.
roll through.
The war plan takes a little break so the kids can skateboard. He takes out, he gets on it and goes, this is a shotty, ain't it? This ain't Crackhammer, that's why we gotta be a shotty.
You can tunnel with it. You can tunnel with it.
You tunnel with it?
You can tunnel with it.
Aye. Oh, swell. Well, that's dangerous and interesting and fun all in the same time.
I mean, if a dwarven cleric is going to want to bestow their time upon us, I figure they should ride in style.
Well, you have me convinced.
I can't in good conscience not impress upon you the level of danger that this individual represents.
Hey, listen, laddie. I am a priest of the Allhammer, and the Allhammer teaches us that we ought to stick together. Keep it real simple, like. It is clan we must stick for. If Craghammer's in danger, then what kind of priest would I be to sit on the sidelines?
I just felt it was important that you have all of the information.
If I die in the service of the Allhammer, I'm likely to meet the Great Dwarf himself, so, I mean, where's the downside, eh? Hork says, well, you could be turned into a vampire and never see the Allhammer in all your days, Uncle. What? I mean, that's how vampires work, right? Undead don't pass on, right? Still.
It's a whole process, actually. It's not a, like, they give you a little scrap and then poof, you're a vampire. Like, it's not that easy. It'd be much easier to kill you, to be honest with you.
Well, Horik, you going? Of course I'm going. I mean, if y'all think I need, then you all need my stone cunning.
Glad to have you.
Then Uncle General says, then if you're wanting a little Allhammer help along the way, it is he who says uphold and promote the loyalty of family, loyalty of clan, and loyalty of people. And that's what I'll do. Alright, your funeral, Uncle. And he will look at all of you and says, as long as we're talking about, people and loyalty and all on, I'm going to impose upon all of you a little dwarven wisdom here. From Craghammer. So I'll tell you this, alright? Dwarven loyalty is complicated. The carvers, they're corrupt. Can't trust them. Alright? I don't know what happened at the pyre throne there, but I'm half willing to believe that there are some people who might have let certain things by, let certain things known, and so on and so forth. There is corruption in the carvers. So if you're going to do this, I recommend you do it yourselves. Don't let them know you're coming. And that goes for you too, Horik. You be careful dealing with those carver families. They're loyal to their clan, and that's about it.
Nobody needs to know what we're doing, but before we do, is there a way to isolate the Iron Keeper from them?
Oh, they're corrupt, but I wouldn't take it that far. It's all Dwarven. It's complicated.
Respectfully, she took an arrow.
Oh, aye.
I want to make sure she doesn't take another one.
And she is safe on the Pyre Throne, that's to be sure. Whilst it's very complicated how things are in here in Craghammer, loyalties are, but people will still uphold that. As long as she's the Iron Keeper, she's certainly not going to get murdered. If a Carver, who by the way are not the stealthy people, if a Carver took out the Iron Keeper, they'd be damning their entire clan for exile for all time. And that is the greatest disgrace you can do upon your own clan, let alone, it just wouldn't happen. I mean,
All right.
letting someone through the door, sharing a little information, taking a bribe on the secret, that's one thing. Taking out the Iron Keeper, that's grounds for exile, for Craghammer, for all time, for clan and kin. That's beyond corruption. That's madness to a dwarf.
Yvaine, there's your second yes, no.
Is the queen safe?
No. Did one of the carvers directly imperil the Iron Keeper? Because we know that corruption is the coin of the realm for the betrayers. That would be a direct yes, no.
Yes.
We won't know which one, but that becomes dwarven business. But we can at least answer whether there was something direct. Now, them getting fooled and that sort of stuff is, just foolish and short-sighted, and it is what it is. But if there was direct betrayal, that would be something yes, no, that's worth knowing.
Great thinking. All right. We have two of the questions.
Horkus said, I mean, corruption's one thing, but a carver allowing an Iron Keeper to be killed, I mean, that's insane. Uncle Generalist will say, I mean, lad, you know the politics down here. The current Iron Keeper, she has been a loud voice for reform. She's had several ancient clans kicked out of Craghammer, exiled for all time because of their traditional values, aka just flat out racism, inability to allow the ways to change. She's been a staunch voice against corruption and traditionalism and keeping everybody out. It's because of her that we have a delegation to the Tal'Dorei Council. I mean, I have half a mind to say that maybe this vampire person was trying to put another Iron Keeper on the throne who's more traditional in their ideology and isolating Craghammer from the council, maybe, or vice versa. I don't know, but
That's
I mean, if an Iron Keeper dies, you need a new one, right?
that's
Absolutely what
thinking.
she was doing. I have no doubt in my mind.
Horik
There.
spits on the ground and he says, "It'll never happen. Look, whatever this corruption business is, to say that Moridin would allow such a thing, that the Craghammer, it wouldn't happen."
Moridin wouldn't allow such a thing. It's why we're here.
I like this Goder less and less. Trying to destroy what we've been building in the last 20 years. She underestimates the dwarves is what she does.
Can we think of a meaningful third question? Anyone? Dreiser, Kiro? I mean, if absolutely nothing else I could ask about.
I mean, we knew she sent the assassins after us in the cavern. Are we sure that that was the last of them?
No, certain not.
And those assassins got away, like you guys retreated.
Yeah, they would have
so
retreated with her.
Whoever was in the cavern is either still there or whoever Nzatu was them.
I mean, if we can't think of anything else mission related, I do have a yes or no regarding Finch's revelation.
I don't think it's a bad idea. You don't have to ask all three questions about the same thing.
No, but they do need to be asked at once.
I think if we've got our three, and if you got one to ask about Finch that you think you could get an answer on, I think we're good.
Ember, Zarvolg.
No, that seems absolutely reasonable. Gentlemen, I don't
Zarvolg,
know
your
what.
silent spell is on.
Sorry. I said, yeah, I don't have a question in mind. And I was thinking, it sounds like this, our destination may be surrounded by some rubble that we're going to have to get through now. Certainly, if that's the case, she expects us to take some time to get to her. So it kind of suggests to me that we do have time to recuperate before we move forward.
Well, that may be true. How much time are you going to require, Master Dwarf?
Hey, I just gotta told my old lady to, put the pot on the stew, and I'll go whenever you like. I mean, wouldn't hurt if I could get to the temple and get some incense, maybe a couple of other materials, but generally I could be good to go pretty quickly.
Right. Well, then why don't you get your incense and have your lovely wife put on to cuddle? Perhaps someone should go and get the I think we got Fenn's and
I'll go grab the armor.
yes.
Alright. Well, you can all stay here. Got some extra rooms, so you're welcome. Bravesong home. Take your time, recuperate.
Thank you.
Bye. All right. Well, I'll be off then. We're gonna go do a little shopping trip to the temple. And so he will. You will all be shown by Auntie Bravesong to a number of dwarf-sized rooms. The beds are definitely too short, but other than that, they are they're comforts. They're a little too short and a little too firm, but they are otherwise the hospitality is fairly nice here in Bravesong. This is a mid-tier clan. This isn't one of the great houses, but they're nonetheless pretty great. And Uncle Bravesong is quite the historian nut. So, or when it comes to Craghammer and so on. So, he could be spoken to about religious or historical stuff. What would you guys have some time to recuperate before this apparent final showdown? Let's hear about it, guys. Let's hear what happens.
Hero was going to pick up the armor. I'm pretty sure her and Yvaine both had armor to pick up, and then we got barding for the pets.
Yes, I know the pets have barding. I think you were told that it would take like a week for Goldrix because it was a magical suit of armor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I know that we had the shadow armor basically. What was Fenn getting equipped with? That was like half plate.
Mithril.
Right. Mithril. Mithril half plate, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
If we need more time, then that's also that's also fine.
Zarvolg,
Yeah.
take this, and Ember is going to hand you a wand, and he's gonna explain to you how it works. It's a wand of pyrotechnics. It will set up a burst of light that'll let you see 120 feet, but more importantly, other people can see where you're signaling from, and it'll emit a noise loud enough to be heard at 300 feet.
All right, I like this.
And there's 7 charges onto it, but you won't expend that many, so don't sweat that so much.
Right. I like it.
But
A bit of a call to battle.
absolutely. And I've got 2. I'm going to hand the other one to Bryson or Kiro. Which of you want it?
If Dryshrin's taking your ring, it'll probably be better if I take it.
Okay.
Just in case.
Remind me about the armor. So we've got what kind of armor was the shadow armor for Goldrick?
Shadowfell armor. I think it was a breastplate. It was the same one that I used to have. Oh, it's Gloomrot armor. It's the one that I used to have.
Yeah. I just want to breastplate. Excellent. For Goldrick.
Because then Yvaine and I.
Yeah.
Yvaine got Mithril half plate, I think. And then I got half plate, but I got my like Mariner's enchantment moved over.
Understood. Yeah, he got a lot of orders going on here. So I'll tell you what. I'm gonna say Uncle Bravesong says, "Oh, I am a 4th brothers in the Smithing Guild. Let me see if I can work some stuff out for you." And he's going to essentially have he's like, I'm gonna owe some favors after this, but such as it is. And he's gonna have he's gonna have 4 different smiths each working on a different project. So the one person you went to will have lost 3 of the 4 orders, but you're gonna get your stuff done a lot quicker, and he'll owe that person a couple of favors. So they're all gonna be starting to get done in time. So we had Mithril half plate for Yvaine. And what was, sorry, one more time, Kira, what was yours?
It was, I'm pretty sure I had half plate too. Mine, I was getting my Mariner enchantment from my other armor switched over.
Got it. These are big orders. I'd love to have these done for you guys, but it hasn't been a day. It hasn't been 24 hours. And yeah, even if they had like 4 people working on these, it would take like 2 days each. So
yeah, no, it's fine.
I just wanted to make sure we didn't forget about them.
Yeah,
we had close sitting on backlog for quite a while.
Got it. It's just an attunement swap. So I'll tell you what, Kiro. When you wake tomorrow morning, when you wake up, the Mariner half plate will be ready for you. That one's just an attunement. That's just an enchantment swap, right? So that one's easy enough. So delete your current armor and add the half plate Mariner because you were on a loan there. Everything else is being made from scratch. So those guys are going to take at least. They're like, oh, we got some extra people working on them now. The brothers have put up some money, so they'll get done quicker, but not in time for your showdown, I'm afraid to say. Okay, yeah, that little chore gets done fairly easily. And you wake up tomorrow, Kira, with like pretty cool half plate armor. It's like it's really weird though, because it's like dwarvish half plate, so it's very blocky, but at the same time it's been made kinda kind of sleek too, so that it works well in water. So it's this weird contradiction between like the very earthy dwarven people's aesthetic mixed with like subterranean like water or shit. So it looks very much like a subterranean mariner. Like it very much looks like armor meant for a dwarf to go into like going spelunking basically. So but it's cool. It's cool, I promise. I'll see if I can't find something something for you to look at. It'll test my Pinterest skills to the limit, but I will do my best.
It's dwarven made, so I'm assuming it is the finest crafted stuff that she has had on her body.
Oh,
It has very long.
It is
arms.
quality, and it is made with great love and care. That's for sure. Definitely not. It's definitely not like like. It's proud. That's the best word to describe it. It's proud armor. It's not. It's not for hiding around or slinking around. It's proud armor.
It is perfect for her.
Excellent, excellent.
Many a story for years to come.
Amazing. Hey, let's get it done, Yvaine. You wanna talk to a god? Hopefully not the god.
Yeah. That is actually the hope that we will be talking to the god of choice and not the one I don't particularly get to talk to. So, yes, we will.
I disagree. I think it would be very fun, but that's okay. We're allowed to have
Let's begin this.
Roll me. You know what? I'm gonna roll it.
You roll it.
I'm gonna roll it. Let's see. Not today. You sit down with your vestige, and probably at this point you're thinking of it less and less as a magical piece of jewelry and more like an amplifier of your consciousness. It is very much like a telescope lens that lets you see the fabric of the universe. Where as you sit here, you are able to see very able, not necessarily to make sense of it, but at least on some level to see Ion's ward defending you from sight. You are able to see the tethers of connection you could easily access to learn things from planes afar. You see tunnels you could look into and perhaps learn more than maybe even you're able to comprehend. This thing is certainly an amplifier of consciousness through divination, for good or for ill. On top of this all, I would like you to roll me a d20 to see if you suffer a drawback from gaining knowledge from this power.
$15.
15, you good. You look into the cosmos. The original creator of this relic does not notice you as you do this. There are many threads to tug on. To which plane, to which power would you wish to garner knowledge from? To which god, or a servant of a god, would you wish communion with?
Moridin.
How did I know? Of course. Moridin, the All-Hammer. Tug on the thread. A thread of almost like molten gold that sends you to a reeling, to a place of grandeur, of immense pride, of inescapable, just divine power, a place of souls, a place where the air is thin, a place where the air is also heavy at the same time, a place where it is both cold and hot, a place where forge meets sky, a place where loyalty meets action, and a place where all things can be created and all things are possible. You find yourself the vestige holding you back for your own safety, the incomprehensible form of Moridin, and you are able to sense his presence and he yours. You may learn 3 things from the Master of Dwarves.
I will first kneel and bow my head. And then I will say, we were able to thwart the assassination of the Iron Keeper. Is X the location the vampire means for us to go?
Can you hit that one more time, sir?
I'm just using the letter X to define all of this stuff, getting to this is the location because I don't remember the name, but is this the location that the vampire means for us to go?
His great voice enters your mind. A voice that could bring things into creation by its very will. And he is going to say, long has the vermin trudged in the deep, and long have they uncovered that sacred place of old. And it is there they mean to slay you. And it is there they have made their nest of vipers. I would almost respect them for their diligence and hard work, if it were not for their vile master.
Thank you. I apologize for what this question suggests. But was one of the carvers, did one of their actions directly imperil the Iron Keeper?
You must make no amends with me, starborn, chosen of my beloved sister. For you have watched for yours loyally in all your days. As for the answer to your question, loyalty, patriotism, these can be strange and warping things even to dwarves if they're not careful. There are those indeed among the carvers who have not done well by their people but for greed and self-glory. Directly inflicted upon the Iron Keeper, I would say no. But in their greed and foolishness, in pride thinking that they can outsmart the unwinnable, they may have done more to harm Craghammer than they meant, for their adversary, for their ally of circumstances, cunning indeed.
And is their ally of circumstance the vampire?
You hunt Ixratu Kar, a vampire whose venom, whose power is to change those against their will. There are loyal dwarves who have fallen to the power of the vampire to no fault of their own, and it is through them they have had no choice but to divulge their secrets, such as the secret passages of Craghammer. Make no mistake, vampire and their ilk should die, but have pity on those who've been turned against their will as you do it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go now. Make Craghammer a place of pride it was always meant to be.
As you will.
You fear yourself leave the mighty presence of the Father of all things and return back to your own consciousness. And there is also, of course, a point. And after you sleep, you may use this again if there are 3 other questions you wish to ask.
For now, it's good to know that while the carvers are unwise. They are not acting on malfeasance. That is a comfort. And I will share the Allhammer's desire that for those that were turned against their will, such as her power, that they be treated mercifully.
All right.
So I will share that with everyone. And then I don't know if we're going to talk more, or go to bed, wake up, and go kill a vampire.
It is indeed up to you. Perhaps as you take some time and you wander, you meander about the city of Craghammer, long and proud. Uh, you mean to face down Exarchukar and all of their deviations. You may all sleep, you may all rest, you may all regain upon a long rest, for there's few places safer than in a dwarven hold in a dwarven city. But, I mean, if you could be. If the Iron Keeper could be attacked on the Pyre Throne, why couldn't you all be attacked here?
Ember,
But are
there's something that I know how to do. But the material component is it's a chalice worth 1,000 gold, and who has a cup worth 1,000 gold? It's the entire thought of the matter is, quite frankly, ridiculous. Who has a cup worth that much? But we're in Craghammer. Do we have 1,000 gold between us that we can ask them to make a cup for? I only ask because I could. It's strange. I know you're usually in charge of eating, but I can prepare a magical feast that would give us resistance to poison damage and immunity to the poisoned and frightened conditions, as well as some extra boosts to stamina and such. We don't have to, but that poison was pretty hard hitting.
Give me all of a second. I'm pretty certain the answer is yes. The slush fund currently has 3,800 into it. So, absolutely.
Okay, where does one go to buy 1,000 gold bowl or chalice or eating
Oh.
receptacle?
Uncle Generous says, I mean, I could go across the street. This is fucking Craghammer.
Okay, well, Ember, I had never thought of casting the spell before because it just occurred to me, who in the world has such a thing? And then apparently it's across the street. So
I mean, people probably have several in their houses. This is Craghammer, man. We jewel and shit. That's what we do.
Alrighty then.
In fact, Yvaine, I'm gonna suggest the following.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tip 2 grand off of the BIP. Uh, one for now, and save one for future need, because assholes have brothers,
Because assholes have brothers. No, I do
and
understand completely.
we still have the snake boy out there somewhere.
Oh, that asshole. All right, well, let us let me get on to it. And Yvaine will begin to cast for a hero's piece.
Why don't you describe? So you are given like we'll say a bowl, where you're given this like golden jeweled bowl. As you take this material component, as you use your druidic starlight power and your map and this bowl, what do all of these things come together, and what does it look like as you cast and create this feast?
I feel like it's ridiculously whimsical. So she's probably in she's probably not even in her armor yet, so she's probably like wearing Zarvolg's shirt and a pair of cute little knickers as she's throwing stardust in things places like a little bit. Oh, there's the hammer that she put into her map, so she's going to grab a little bit of stardust that comes off of that and blow it into there, and then she's going to go to Happy and say, Happy, put your horn in there and just give it a little stir. Yeah, that's the business. So like the whole thing is, you know how the groups were thinking that like what the fuck? We thought these guys were like starlight and rainbows. Watching her do the hero's feast is why people think, oh, those guys are like stardust and rainbows. Why are we taking them seriously? Uh,
If Yvaine's like doing all of this, dances, Sailor Mooning around the room and doing hedge witchy shit in her knickers, I think Horik and Hunter Horik and Generals are like just sitting in the corner, just like watching this, and then like over the course of this hour, just like you just notice that more dwarven men and maybe one or two of the ladies have just like appeared in that corner also with cups, just unabashedly watching as this is all going down. They seem to have just spawned out of nowhere, really. You don't even notice the door opening. And eventually,
uh,
the spell is complete.
12 people can partake of the feast, which will be us and everyone who is going with us. I think that's 8. Fenn would make 9, his wife would make 10, and I don't know, 2 others, perhaps 2 of the people who are helping with our gear or such.
Uh,
Or,
I would
or
go so far as to say we should send a plate to the Iron Keeper.
Iron Keeper, yes. The Iron Keeper and her closest guard.
Very nice. Yes, we'll say a rather hearty plate is made up, and we'll say anti-Bravesong takes it to goes. Oh, I don't have to cook, so I'll do a little over to the fire pro. And she will happily sort of walk the streets proudly with this little plate of magical food. I got to imagine that last plate is just like what the other dwarves managed to get into. Like you guys are eating, Horik is eating, Genros is eating, a plate is taken to the pirate, you're all eating, and then like a number of cousins and whatever come in and are just kind of like reaching. Oh god, we got a little bit of that here, and maybe for those guys they only get like a little of the benefit, but it's you get the clan aspect there, like the big family aspect is they all come in and just start shoveling food. What is for dinner in this feast, Yvaine? what is the actual? What's the foods? What are our choices here?
So we're not gonna think about how she might have thought of any of this. But you are served. It like the first part is some barely steamed vegetables and a warm, like barely briny broth, just something that's just a hint of spice, just kind of starts to get the get the system going, and it's followed by a warm piece of fluffy bread like a pita. And then the next is like some rice that has an omelet that's been opened up and it's all soft with a warm brown gravy put over it, and some slightly heartier vegetables. Um, and then the third serving is what can only be called jambalaya. And it's spicy as fuck.
Yeah, the dwarves get into all of that. That sounds good. Maybe not the vegetables. They're like, carrots, unsteamed in a stew. And but everything else there, they happily dive into. That sounds terrific. Sounds terrific. What are the benefits, please?
Oh, and for the last part is a bananas foster that's made with the actual rum and the. She sets it on fire and offers it to you, still blue and on fire. Okay. So we sup and enjoy each other's company for an hour, and for the next 24 hours, everyone has resistance to poison damage. You are immune to being frightened or poisoned. Your hit point maximum increases by 2d10, and you're going to gain the same number of hit points.
Cool. Why don't we just keep it simple? You roll me the 2d10, Yvaine, and then everyone will take that total. Keep life simple for everybody, if that works.
7.
7. Okay, so everyone takes 7 to their max hit points and the same number of hit points to follow. Very good.
So, all right, well, dwarven Uber Eats.
Miss Iron Keeper, I've got you here some dwarven eats. Incredible.
The Innkeeper had a much better morning, or the Iron Keeper had a much better morning this morning.
Probably, yes. Uncle, before the feast is consumed, Priest Uncle Generos Bravesong, he'll sort of stand before the table. He's got a mug of ale. It's the early morning. Nobody cares. And he will raise his goblet, and he says, aside from the leeches here in the room, he looks at his various relatives, who are just here for a tasty magical meal, to all of you actually sitting around my table today and inviting themselves in, may I say this: as danger comes and tenacious foes attack, remain resolute. May we remain stalwart against that catastrophe. May we remain loyal to those we fight and bleed beside. And may we do here be sung about in the halls of Craghammer for all time, that legacy be remembered, such as the Allhammer would want it. His ear. Slam the cup on the table and heartily cheers whoever's next, ale sloshing into the next cup. Take a big drink, as will work, as will anyone else. the auntie will come back, the uncle. It's very, you know those family functions where like there's like active drama always going on, where it's like, oh, there's auntie and auntie talking about this, and then that'll get over to the cousin, and there's like active bullshit going on. That's very much like the dwarves, it's like the big family situation. So when the auntie returns, Uncle Generos and maybe two other uncles go over, talk to the auntie, and hear something, and discuss it amongst themselves, and that will all find its way back to all of you, and Hork says, the Iron Keeper seems to be, she's physically doing well, but apparently is experiencing visions of death. Apparently she believes herself cursed or haunted by some dark spirits. The priests up at the Pyre Throne praying for her now, but it seems that power has temporarily been instilled in sorry, I'm gonna do a lot of hopping around here to get your info. He says, the powers of the Iron Keeper have been temporarily installed in Lord Gnostic Greyspine, who is one of the leaders or one of the prominent members of the Five Great Houses. So he is currently sitting Iron Keeper until Paluda is of a mind to be capable of sitting again. Hopefully she comes around because
She will.
well,
I've seen this a time or two. Sometimes there's a few days of disorientation. It can be very difficult taking a wound of that nature.
I can only imagine to have died and seen the other side and come back. And let us hope the Grey Spines are largely thought to be, well, let's just say the Grey Spine who sat before Paluda was a Grey Spine, Gnostic's uncle. So the Grey Spines are very traditional. So, well, let's hope Paluda's informed as a speedy recovery. However, haunting she's experiencing will end. So, anyway, we have bigger fish to fry, don't we?
Let's go manage this individual who thought it was appropriate to sully the hallowed halls of Craghammer.
I've drink to that. So, just to be clear, are you giving Uncle Bravesong the board to attune to for this temporary excursion? That was the idea? Okay, cool. He says, I'm going to follow along. I have been much at prayer. Like I said, I don't think a full consecration of the temple will be possible. I'm just not of that power. And if we're keeping this quiet, the high priests are tending to the Iron Keeper. But hopefully they should be able to get things chugging in your direction to some degree. Moridin will not leave you alone. And Hunter Hork says, well, I've studied what little I can. I'm ready if only you are. Shall we? Armed to the teeth, ready you go. And you'll make your way through. There will be a little bit of, the carvers being like, where are you going? You're going into the old mines? Fine. You're let by and whatever, but there's certainly checkpoints into the deeper parts of the city past Craghammer, very much like entering the Forbidden Wilds a little bit. But Hunter Hork has legal permission to do such things at his leisure, as he is a ranger, and gets you all through just fine. You will enter the darkness of the Underdark. Beneath you go. Down you go into the deep darkness where Hunter Hork is going to do his utmost to be able to steer you towards this ancient and potentially lost site. Now, I will ask, before we want to get into this fight, Yvaine, did you have a mind of asking 3 more questions? Or performing a legend lore Now that you have you've been recharged today.
I don't think we have any other questions.
Okay.
But if need be at any given point, there is a spell that I can cast that will give me a pull in the the exact direction of a given object's location, like Ixratukar's location.
Cool.
It is, however, a direct line, so like if there are curves or such.
Yeah, Horik is like, ooh, and then you say direct line. He goes, ah. He goes, yes, we don't dig quite directly, unfortunately. Structural integrity, though. But according to the dice, Hunter Horik guides you quite well. He comes to a number of passes where he goes, which way? He goes over, he checks the rocks and looks for sign of passage. He goes, okay, we'll go this. We're gonna go right. Take a right. He sort of marks the wall with chalk. You continue on forth, and eventually, you guys begin to come to some very ancient, run-down ruins. Uncle Bravesong goes, I tell you, the lad's got stone cunning. And you will have made it there. But I warn, it does not feel well, this place. It does not feel very well at all. You have been to such places that could be considered layers. Perhaps half of the reason why Horik was able to find this place was the growing prominence of rats. And eventually, more and more still, them moving all towards the same end, the same direction. He would begin to note the movement of shadows, how they seem to move on the wall with a life of their own outside of the flicker of flame, how eventually you would come to a part of the tunnels that are filled with an eerie mist, to which Horik would say is an unnatural, evil mist. This is meant to turn our direction upon ourselves, but nonetheless, Horik in his great stone cunning is able to find the way regardless, until the mist proceeds to an entrance. Defaced are the images of dwarven runes and faces and icons of Allhand. A great door stands before you, ajar, welcomingly so. Horik turns around and says, Uncle Generos, I think this is where you stay. You've got stone cunning of your own, but maybe to aim down or to stay here and make your prayers as you right. So I admit, I think you're right. Looks to you all, says, no matter what you see in there, that was a place of the old hammer. If you ever find defaced icons and whatnot, maybe do what you can to undeface them. It will not hurt, but I know you go with the Allhammer. I'll do what I can from here. Good luck. Horik sort of loads one of his hand crossbows with a cataclysmic bolt, loads the other one, double checks all of his gear, and he says, all right, I'm following all of you.
Right. I believe we had a plan for how we wanted to proceed with this.
Yep. Ember's gonna take off his ring and hand it to Drycerin. And then we'll disappear into the ring.
Why don't you tell Drycerin what your fabled home looks like? That I believe she's the first of the Concordant to have seen this space,
No,
if I'm not
no,
mistaken.
she's getting handed the ring.
Oh, she's getting handed. Oh,
Not
never mind.
yet.
Not yet. Sorry, I got excited. You hand the ring to
It's
Drassin.
coming. It's
One
coming.
day. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Understood. All right, Drassin, you have a cool ring.
Yes, I'll do you one better. I built it in Tailspire already.
Ah, cool, cool, cool. Very cool. Um, was Yvaine going to be impersonating Fenn?
Yes, I can cast Pass Without Trace if we're going to be trying to be sneaky. But I think that emanates from me. So unless you were right next to me, it wouldn't do you much good. So yeah, Yvaine's gonna wild shape
I
into
think it's like 10 feet from the caster, right?
yeah. So instead of doing that, she's going to wild shape into Fenn.
Yeah.
Hero's
Fenn,
gonna.
Fenn sniffs your butt. Sorry, go ahead.
I
A
was
little
gonna say
surprised.
in the in the spirit of pulling in the spirit of using new tricks, Kiro is going to summon Galdrick the way that she normally does. And as he walks past her hand, because I forgot she can do this, she's going to cast invisibility on him and basically have him trail them once they get into the cavern. And then once they get in, he's going to slink basically along the wall just to try to get a different vantage point if she pops out from somewhere and she goes somewhere we can't see.
Fair enough, fair enough. And as a reminder, you can put Galdrick in a planar dimension until you're ready to summon him if you had a mind to.
Oh yeah, no, I think because I don't think she resummoned him after he got hit by the crossbow bolt last time, but I don't know if I have to resummon him for that to happen.
You spent a divine favor during the crossbow thing to resummon him, so he's here. Yeah.
So then never mind. So she'll just snap her. So then she would have dismissed him before they went to bed, just because less targets is more right now.
Yeah. And to be
But no,
clear, just sorry, really quick, just to be clear,
no, you're right.
you can dismiss the familiar, which will end the spell, or you can just put him in a temporary pocket dimension until you're ready to
Oh,
bring him back.
can I do the temporary pocket dimension one? Not the dismiss forever. not,
Yes.
not the delete forever option.
Absolutely. You dismiss him to a temporary pocket dimension. Absolutely.
It's the familiar bag of holding.
Yeah.
That's a really good way.
Planar bag of holding.
Yvaine, as Fenn, is going to look at Zarvolg and say, well, now there are two of us. Did you want to send the real Fenn with Kiro?
Fenn barks at you as you sound like Yvaine but look like him.
I forgot you do that.
Yeah, I mean he should remain with whoever's staying. Trying to stay out of sight, I suppose. If Yvaine's coming in as Fenn.
Why don't we keep him with the old man?
Yeah. Listen, I trust that anything that gets that far up the tunnel is not getting past Fenn.
Oh man, I'm only 200.
It's true. He's in the spring of his youth.
I am
Practically off leading strings.
I spry man I am.
Not a day over 160.
Oh man, Norman.
The perfectly capable cleric that we brought down here because he was oh so gracious as to offer us his services, and so in return, we shall offer the dogs.
Thank you. Oh, it's more like it.
He's a very fierce dog.
Oh, he looks it. He looks down at Fenn, who's just been like battle scarred. No,
Truthfully,
really
he has the highest kill count of our entire group.
I don't believe that for a second. Just what's our household? I don't believe that. I don't at all. But I do believe he's vicious and terrifying, despite his happy look.
Minotaur down by himself.
I will gladly take the protection of this fierce hound if you want me to keep an eye on him and him an eye on me.
That would be fantastic.
And he's practiced at riding the surfboard. So, there is that.
Really? That's cool. Yeah, he'll absolutely do that. And Fenn will get up on the board and be the dog in all the videos and the surfing where the dog just sits on the front of the board. And, happily, happily. Fenn whines at you a little bit, Zarvolg. Maybe he senses the danger. Doesn't really want to leave you.
You're all right. It's just some more dirty business. We've been through this before.
He will do as you say in the end. He maybe like tries to pee on your leg a little bit to let you know that he cares about you, but other than that, he
Sure.
will go to the board.
I mean, I already smell like death, so
Has to cleanse his territory a little bit. Um, okay. So just taking inventory, we got Zarvolg the Grim, Aura farming up in there. Yvaine impersonating the Warhound Fenn. Um, Drycerin Ember in his ring on Drycerin's finger. Goldrick in the demiplane, so Kiro is yet still present. Hunter Horik is just there. And as is Kiro, and the Uncle Genros and the real Fenn will be staying back. Hunter Horik says, "Well, I mean, I can't disappear into a ring or become invisible or anything, but what would you like me to do?"
Stay with Kiro. Enter with
Right,
her.
got it. Will do. Will do.
All right. Let's go kill us a vampire.
Or die trying.
All right. Hope you packed your sunlight.
Oh, of course.
With that,
Can Drycerin, oh, can
go ahead.
Drycerin bless Czar, Kiro, and herself?
It only lasts a minute, but yes, you may.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Okay. In you go. You descend the steps. So just to be clear, it's just Zarvolg entering at this point.
And Fenn.
And fake Fenn. Yep, got it. Entering quote unquote alone. You enter into this ancient place, and indeed it holds the grandeur one would expect of the dwarves, but altered, changed. You see a long broken bridge. You see the statues of dwarves built into the side of the walls, seemingly precariously, but nonetheless still there, stoically held for the walls. Great columns hold up the ceiling, and down below is a thick, thick mist. Immediately, the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end, Zarvolg. What is your passive perception?
18.
18.
Actively perceive things.
Yeah, make me a perception check.
Okay. I think. Let me check. I might have advantage on this from something. Oh no, I don't. That's something else I was thinking of. I'm not doing it right now. Okay. What am I making? A perception check?
Aye.
Oh, that's good. 26.
26. There are eyes on these walls, in the shadows, in the dark. There is maybe not as many as you might expect, but there are some who then sort of like creep along the walls and disappear in the holes in the stonework upon having seen you. At the end of the bridge, you are going to see a very, very old, decrepit-looking fucking dwarf standing at the very end. He is every bit pallid, as you might expect, as a normal dwarf. He maybe looks like a little pale, but he still has a beard. It is ragged. It's not dignified and braided and jeweled. Um, he is dressed well enough, but he does look like a little bit more gaunt than you'd expect from a normal dwarf. But anyway, an old dwarf. He goes, "There's Zarvolg the Grim. You've uh, you've come with your hound, have you?"
Yeah, he comes everywhere with me. He's kind of part of the package. I figured if we were having a stalker's duel, I ought to bring the full entourage.
Uh, you were told to come along, is what my master tells me.
Hound counts.
He looks down at you, Yvaine. Uh, I would like you to make me a deception check to appear hound-like. Or performance, I'll give you either or.
Quick, lick your nuts.
It's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. You look up at him and you put on the most stupid Fenn appearance you can possibly conjure. Such is his way, the great warhound, bless him. Um, and the old dwarf looks down at you and goes, "Uh, I think the master can decide for herself if the dog is acceptable." Um, he sort of like looks into the air and says, "Master, uh, he's come. He's brought his hound. He wishes to bring the hound along with him. I'll tell him."
Honestly, he's more problems left alone than with me.
He looks at you as the master says you may bring the hound. Come with me then. I will show you to her. She's been growing impatient with your time taken. And he begins to show you through some more doors, which he opens sternly and deeper into this temple. You pass by two statues of dwarven priests whose faces look to have been like carved out and replaced by skulls. You make your way through into one of the major antechambers that has been deeply altered. The stonework persists, but the statues have clearly been changed, so much so that they do not fit their original mantles. They look to be like half-broken statues of the old stonework and replaced with skeletal imagery. Several of them seem to have their hands having broken off and replaced with sort of skeletal hands that have been roughly leather strapped to the side of the statue, or faces replaced with skulls, and so on and so forth. And it is in this room where your perception follows, and you see upon the walls um, uh, a little less than a dozen of various creatures, mostly dwarves, armed with blade and crossbows, sort of like almost Spider-Man on the wall, like feet attached to the wall and like back against the wall, like crossbow kind of sort of like hissing down at you, sort of with crossbows armed, ready for whatever. But this ancient temple looks barely recognizable as a place of Moridin as you begin to walk through its long path and around. This was clearly a to your shooter instincts. This was clearly another kill box in case the unexpected may occur.
Yeah, can I try to intimidate these spawn?
How would you go about that? Absolutely.
Just I think verbally. But as I brought up last session, Soul Reaver gives me, I believe, advantage in trying to intimidate undead.
Absolutely. What would you
So
say?
he would just yell something like "Stand down" or something like that, and try to, I guess, exert a little assertiveness.
Yeah, go right ahead. Intimidation check and advantage.
And make sure that's what it is. Pretty sure that's what it was advantage.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. All right. Ooh, natural 20.
Natural 20.
Natural 24 or 20.
That is very impressive. They unfortunately are under by their very name, under the thrall of their masters, and thus
Sure.
cannot leave. But many of them definitely sort of begin to become more bestial and sort of like in kind of like back against the wall and kind of like almost wanting to put distance against you despite the will that forces them not to. And they like hiss even more so, much like an animal backed into a corner, terrified of the predator that has come for them. Fear coats their eyes. It becomes less of an aggressive like fuck you and more of like a, oh fuck, I better do what I can to seem scary so that he maybe doesn't pick me to try and kill. You very much transform the room from like, oh look at this guy, sort of like a jail yard kind of like laughing at your expense, to a, oh shit, I better seem scary so he doesn't pick me to try and kill. Yeah, the air becomes very thick with terror amongst the spawn as you do so. Well done. Despite their inability to leave, they will essentially have the frightened condition against you in this moment here as they kind of back against the wall and they hold their crossbows a little less steady.
Okay. Cool.
But on you go, making your way still, following this dwarf ahead of you who seems unaffected by your intimidation. He seems quite apathetic, quite tired as he goes on. The reaction of the thralls barely phases him as you make your way down the long steps and past this initial antechamber and into like the final sanctum of this place. And he
He's
says,
humanoid, right? Not undead.
he seems humanoid. Yes, he seemed completely unaffected by the magic of the sword.
Yep.
And also
All
your
right.
own instincts would tell you. And he says, the master lies just ahead. She's been very impatiently awaiting you. And as you go through, the doors close behind. You enter inner sanctum to confront Exoct Kar, your proclaimed rival. And that is where we'll go to break. And when we come back, we'll have a showdown on our hands.
That was a power move.
Yeah, that sure fucking was.
That was
dude.
nice.
That was some
That
Van
was
Helsing
nice.
shit for sure.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. You follow your escort through a long tunnel. Up you go through a network, not a network, just a single set of stairs. Up you go, up you go. Up you go, up you go. Making this way more difficult on myself than I need to. I'm doing it anyway, because I'm committing to the bit. Not gonna need all of them. Okay, there we go. You ascend a very high, long set of stairs. You and your faithful hound at your side. What is Zarvolg experiencing? You go to face Exoct Kar with Yvaine at your side, not your faithful hound, Yvaine, and pretty much yourself. You have a hope that your allies can make it to help you, but you go to face Exoct Kar against unknown odds that lay beyond this door. What is your experience? What are you feeling?
Yeah, there's certainly some obviously relatively high level, even for Zarvolg, who's usually supremely confident, um, of uncertainty. Um, but it's not really a fear, um, like for his own safety. He actually kind of has, and whether he's correct about this or not, um, he's sort of bought into this idea, even understanding that, she's by nature a deceiver. He's bought into this idea that this is sort of a matter of um, pride, regardless of how the game may be fixed. Um, I think it probably, some of that probably comes from kind of an ingrained idea of um, I guess sort of an honor among combatants. Um, that like I don't know. He the idea of a combative skill type of challenge maybe um enamors him to a certain degree that he can't overcome the belief that it's um intended to be a true contest because it's not. It's hard for him to imagine that other people, even if they're not, people, don't wouldn't get the same um rush of like pride, I guess, pride from that, from winning something like that. So he's not afraid for his well-being or for or like that there's a trap, even though he knows that there's probably some deception or trickery or cheating involved. He's more trying to be as aware as possible, and he's kind of adrenaline surgy. He's into it. He's down with it. Maybe something along the lines of Beowulf facing Grendel, or um, uh, who was the I can't remember the name. It's like supposedly like the oldest story ever told of the city of and I forget what the name of the champion was. It's the name of the story, but um, kind of this sees himself as kind of this hero against known impossible odds, but still like rising to the occasion of at least facing it, I guess.
Very nice. The adrenaline pumping through you.
Gilgamesh, that's what I was looking for.
Oh, Gilgamesh. Gotcha. Um, yeah, you feel adrenaline pumping through you. You are uh, facing unknown odds. Um, but you have this sense of certainty in uh, an honor amongst, or at least a respect amongst enemies, um, amongst people of comparable skill. And so you go to face that.
Yeah, and it's a weird kind of kind of respect and expectation, because it's not an expectation of like fairness or good sportsmanship, but more one of like you do, you act to the best of your ability, I'll act to the best of my ability, and like to the victor go the spoils sort of thing.
Understood. Yeah, absolutely. And then with that, the door opens. To the innermost chamber you go. A place that was certainly at one point meant to be a place of great worship to the Allhammer has most certainly been altered. The walls remain ever dwarven in craft, ever strong in their masonry, even after all of these hundreds and hundreds of years, the place remains in pretty structurally well and pretty well up. Clearly, these adversaries cleared the way from whatever blockage has previously stalled getting to this architectural path. But the temple itself remains well preserved by the potency of the dwarves and their skill. But nonetheless, the place is defaced. Nary do you see a symbol of the Allfather or a dwarven rune that has not been defaced. Nary do you see even a statue that remains whole here in the most central chamber. And the only thing that bears any resemblance of possible religious iconography that isn't completely destroyed is the central altar, which has been changed. A sickly greenish purple light sort of comes off of it. Candles have been lit around the room, and skull-faced, looking to be somewhat customly carved statues of shadowy worshippers, missing hand and one eye, gather around the altar. Candles affixed. I've heard so much about you, Zarvolg. I admit, though, I half expected you to be, to come in force. I didn't expect you to honor the deal that I meant to put forth. I thought you would, bend to the whims of your, more intelligent party members. Bring them along, back you up. But here you are. And appearing from the shadows. Oh no, please go ahead.
Yeah, as she appears, I guess I'll be saying, as I mentioned to my comrades, I assumed that if you simply wanted to ambush us, you would have done so during your many successful opportunities. I assumed this meeting was about something a bit more well defined.
Yes, I like that. More well defined. I have studied your group closely. As far as I can tell, you are the best killer amongst them. And to my excitement, you are also a crossbowman. And stepping out from the dark, which was initially just a silhouette of a tiefling woman, and the only light or color that could be seen was a single pupilless red eye that was but a mere blip at the back of the room. And the glowing, sickly green bolt and wire loaded into that fabled crossbow bolt of hers. But she steps forward from the shadow and into the candlelight. Finally, Exuct Tukar reveals herself. Kind of puts her elbows on the altar, lays the crossbow before her, and wraps her fingers that are long and sharp clawed and black. Oh, boy. You I haven't got a read on, I'll admit. I mean, the rest of them are easy. But you, I just can't quite tell what it is you want. You want to be the best? You want to be famous and all of that shit? It's too bad that you signed up the wrong side. I mean, me and you, we could accomplish some pretty gnarly things out here, I'd say. Huh? It's not too late. I could make you live forever. Kill forever.
You'd be surprised how often I get that offer.
I think the thing with immortality, right? Elves and whatever. I think it sucks more when you're good. you're a good guy and you got friends and people you love and you care about. But it's when you're the bad guy, when it becomes about waiting around for the biggest targets, the hardest thing to kill. There's always a bigger fish and always someone to challenge yourself against. And that's why I wanted you here.
And I think Zarvolg he doesn't know a lot about vampires, but I think he's at least aware that they can be supernaturally fast. Um, can he be particularly ready to defend, I guess ready for like a very quick attack, especially against Fenn? In this case,
Mhm.
like if she were to like move supernaturally quickly to pick up the crossbow and fire at Fenn, I'd like to stand a chance to be able to use interceptor. But so that's what he's like, I guess, bracing himself to
Yeah.
do, right? He's holding an action or holding a reaction. I guess you can't do that, but holding a
Yeah,
reaction to defend. Yeah.
I know what you mean. You're standing next to the hound. Your body is tense and ready to pounce. You got your hand on your sword, maybe to be prepared to deflect a bolt.
Yeah.
You're ready to go. Um, and as you do so, she kind of looks across and says, "I can smell your heartbeat. Well, I can feel and hear your heart thumping in that chest of yours, and I can hear the pulse. Ah, you are scared, and you should be. Who do you think is the best shot? Because I know the answer."
Well, I've always been of the mind that a little fear is good for the focus, but I'm willing to. I'm interested to give it a shot. This is a question worth answering, I believe.
Can't, I mean, it's the oldest trick in the book. The bad guy offering immortality, offering partnership, and all that bullshit. But I think you can really understand how delicious it would be if me and you, to the complete shock of your allies, just massacred them together. Wouldn't it just be a delicious bloodbath? But just look at betrayal on their faces and eyes. You gotta you got to expand your horizons. I was a dumb idiot who wanted to be a hero, and then I became what I am. And the look of shock from a friend as you tear their throat out. Or, in our case, put a bolt through it. The blood
You
is
should have
sweet.
got to Yeah, you should have got to me a little earlier in the story. I'm spent a long time trying to put some distance between myself and those types of urges.
Which is, I agree, believe now's the best time to have come to you while you're all repressed and pent up. Come on. Just one of them. The rest of them wouldn't even have to know. What about that girlfriend of yours? I bet she would squeal the most delicious, angry. I bet she'd spit and cry and kick the whole way through. I like it better than I score, but it's just anyway.
Oh,
Enough of the. Oh, sorry.
she's already died at the hands of one evil goddess, so uh, maybe we'll give her a pass this round.
Uh, I appreciate you indulging my fantasies of us killing shit together, but I know you're probably beyond all of that. So, how's this gonna go down? I don't suspect you came here for immortality. I think you're quite hell-bent on dying at my hands, so let you hedge your bets. How do you want to do this?
I kind of had my eye on that spiffy crossbow of yours.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
How do you think I
I was
got you
thinking
here?
maybe we'd that would be my part of the wager.
I'll up the ante. You kill me, I certainly will have no ability to take my crossbow back from you, so you take it, and better yet, I'll make sure the devouring blood never sets foot in Craghammer again. There are eyes and ears in these walls. So if you win, you get the fancy crossbow, you get to be the hero, the dwarves get left alone. My people will leave.
Oh, so this is a duel to the death, is it?
No, this is not to the death. I can't die. You can, though. So if you want this to be to the death, I'll gladly put you out of your misery. Or, if I win and you go down, you let me drain you of every drop of what's left of you that's mortal, put you in the ground somewhere, and raise you up. And then, I'll deal you this. If you kill your whole party thereafter, without command from me, I'll make you full vampire, and you'll be free to do whatever you want with your immortality. That's
Oh,
it. I win, I get you.
that is quite the deal. And I think it's fair. Let's give it a run.
See, you want this. You want me to win. You want to be the bad guy. You just need permission. So I'll tell you what, I'll defeat you, I'll bring you to the brink of death, and then you get what you want. Either way, you win. So let's see who's the better shot. If you lose, I'll teach you something. She picks up her crossbow. Says,
All right.
get rid of put the hound out of the way, huh? It's between me
Oh,
and you.
sure.
And he just kind of like motions very casually, not even really a direct command, but just sort of
Stand back. Let's make her comfortable.
Does the hound do as commanded? Yvaine Starborn?
Actually, I need a question. I need to ask a question about that above the table because
Sure.
he didn't command in Goblin, which is what Fenn would respond to, is him commanding in Goblin.
We can
So-
assume that the
Uh,
ranger who has spent every day with his. I mean, I'm
Okay.
sure that's up to you, Zarvolg. Was that like a player detail that was missed, or was that
no.
In the
that-
past, when you've addressed him in English, he had in common, he hasn't, and you've had to buck up and use Goblin. So
Right.
it's
No,
it's not that I'm not wanting to; it's that I'm wanting him to behave the way he behaves.
No, that's fine. I intentionally did not issue a goblin command. But Yvaine can interpret that however she interprets it.
She'll stop for a second and kind of look to his hands and do as she's told.
okay? Zaktu Car. You can't see where the eyes go; they're pupilless. She's just generally got her head in that direction. But you tell the hound to back off. The hound does back off. It's you and her. And she smiles, the glint of vampiric fang under her lip. She kind of pulls back the hissing string, Kind of hangs it loosely at her side. And watches you.
Is she in? Am I getting the impression she's intending to fire at me? Is this a crossbowman's duel?
You kind of look at her suspectingly. She goes, "Oh, I think the crossbow's far more civilized than claw and tooth. I didn't want to duel you to scrap. I want to duel you because you're the best shot."
Right. All right. Okay then. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So he will very like kind of intentionally demonstrating like the heft of it, like pull the Bastia up to, I guess, like semi-ready position, right? Kind of pointed at the ground, but still in front of him as if he's ready to draw it.
Okay. I'll pull it in front of you. She kind of cocks an eyebrow at the giant ballista and goes, kind of a slow, heavy thing. You sure?
Yeah. I'm sure you can appreciate the benefit of familiarity. It's been with me for a while now, and it's just the most comfortable in my grip.
Fair enough. Far be it for me to tell you how to lose. Who draws first? Shall we find out?
Yeah.
All right. All right. On a little bit of a gun draw, let's roll a little initiative here. See if it's Zarvolg or Exotic draws first.
That's not good already. Yeah. Oh no.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
Let me think what I want to do with this.
What'd you roll initiative?
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I want to re-roll it or not. Yeah, let me re-roll it. I'm going to use
right.
I have an inspiration I'm going to use.
All right.
That's still not great. 19.
19. You draw. You draw using all of your wits, your keen eye, and all of your skill available. But her preternatural speed is too much to match when she draws first. As you bring the bolt in, you kind of... The moment that shoulder comes over to sort of heft it over to take that shot, you only need to get mere inches to the right. Her arm is already up and firing a bolt at you. In fact, firing 3 bolts at you. She wields Condemner. It's going to be a 30.
Oh yeah, that hits.
She rolls. I'm just gonna get the attack rolls out of the way if that's all right.
Yeah.
26.
Yep.
The last one is a 33.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Here comes and you have resistance to poison because you are under the influence of Kuro's Feast. So here we go. Yep. I gotta get the dice prepped and ready to go for what's coming here for this little duel we got going. Okay, I'll use that one. And then perfect. Okay, piercing damage is going to be for the first strike. 13.
Okay.
Poison damage will be 8 7, and that is halved. So 7 is the halved.
Okay.
And then necrotic damage. 13 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Second attack. Never mind. It's fine. Okay. It's going to be 11 piercing damage.
Yep.
Poison damage is 20, reduced to 10. That's only 10 damage. Yep. And the necrotic damage is 12 necrotic damage.
Okay.
The piercing damage is going to be... Is that really? Yeah, that was really high damage. 28 piercing damage.
On the third one?
Yeah, but there is no necrotic or poison that follows. What instead follows is when the arrow hits you. So each arrow that hits you, like, washes you with necrotic and piercing and then goes into your bloodstream as poison, sort of injecting itself into you. And then as the third one hits you, it does not come as like a neon light. It comes to you almost as a bolt of smoke, and as it hits and pierces your chest, it explodes into a fog cloud around you.
Oh.
You are inside of a fog cloud. And what's your passive perception?
18.
She vanishes from... Oh, well, she would vanish from anyone less keen, but you have sharp ears, and her very, very light footsteps can be heard as she disappears to... You know what? She goes up the pillar. Humans never expect that. You hear her about 20 feet up the back of this pillar, but you are inside of a fog cloud, and that is the end of her turn. What do you do?
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to try and move in one direction. The fog cloud, I guess I would have seen, felt like it emanated from me, right?
The bolt exploded into the fog cloud.
Right.
It's not in you anymore. It just disappeared.
Right. But I'm saying, like, it started with me and then moved outward,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I'm going to try and move in one direction.
You know what the room looks like, and you know where she is by the sound of things, so you can pretty much go.
Okay, well, if I know what direction she went, I will try to, and I know what the room looks like, so I will try to, move kind of in the direction that you currently have the pointing, the directional pointing. Yep.
Got it. Okay, so 20 feet there.
Yep, and I've got 40.
Okay.
So I'm going to keep moving toward that purplish window situation over there.
Okay, you want to go like that?
Yeah, until I can kind of find her. Oh, I can't really. I can't see her, right? She vanished.
You can... So that was basically her entering stealth, but she didn't roll higher than your passive. So you know where she is, but she might believe that she's stealthed.
Okay. So as long as he's getting to a place, wherever he can find a place that he's going to be able to, or thinks he can take a shot at her.
Okay, got it. It's a bit of a tough shot. She's definitely in full cover. The suggestion would probably be for you to find cover. So maybe end up over here, for example.
All right. Yeah, that works. That's a good suggestion.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. So I'm gonna peek around the corner and pop a hunter's mark on her.
Okay. She is fully obscured right now, unfortunately. She's like up on that pillar, behind full cover, much as you are as well. You could hold an action if she reveals herself, if that is to your liking.
All right. Let me oh. She can probably see in the dark. Oh, you know what? Actually, sorry. I'm trying to I'm at a bit of a disadvantage, so I'm trying to reach my way through this.
It's okay.
I might start this whole turn all over again. Um I Let me check on something real quick. I currently have the Cloak of the Bat attuned. So there's a couple things going on here.
No problem.
One, the Cloak of the Bat gives me advantage for a stealth check, which I might use. And also um the one of my with the version of Doom's Doomstalker that I'm using uses creatures that normally are able to see normally in darkness. That doesn't affect me trying to hide in
Right.
darkness.
Right.
So I don't know if she, I whatever. I haven't looked up the stat block on vampires, so maybe she has like heat vision or tremor sense or whatever. I don't know what else she's got, blind sense, whatever. But assuming that it's just dark vision, I should still be able to attempt stealth from her. So I'm
Yes.
going to try. I'm going to try that.
Mhm.
And going into stealth as a action.
It's usually an action. Some classes like Rogue and I think Ranger get bonus actions at higher levels to do it.
Yeah,
You
I don't
might.
know. I don't have it as a bonus action. Oh, wait, do I? As a Gloomstalker? I think I do actually.
I know
Yeah.
Rangers are supposed to get some.
Yeah, I get that. I have that. I forget what it's called, but it's where I can like fade into the darkness and a bonus action or whatever. It's a Doomstalker.
Okay.
Something Umbral Shroud.
Umbral Shroud. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, the room is dimly lit, which mean like for a dark vision person, that's ideal, right? But because you're a Gloomstalker, that means that she's basically gonna have disadvantage on all her perception checks against you.
All right.
But yeah, if you want to Umbral Shroud into the darkness as a Gloomstalker, then I guess you can, if that's one of the features, yeah.
All right. So then, should I try a stealth check?
Sure, yeah.
Come on, dice. Oh, that's better. 28 or 26.
28 is
I'm sorry.
exceptional.
26.
Yeah, 26 is exceptional. And certainly succeeds. So, you want to start your turn over. That's perfectly fine. So, within the fog cloud, you have heavy obscurity. So, you just are like, okay, now I'm going stealthy. So, use it to your advantage. Where are you going?
Now, I guess he would still be like logically, he would still be searching for an open line of sight to her. But if he couldn't find it, yeah, I think up there, kind of up toward, yep, exactly where you're going.
You could probably go
far.
this way and get oh, sorry. I was going to say, you could probably go this way and get a better shot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, if I can get a shot.
Yeah, sure. Let's put you there. 40 feet, and she will have half cover. But you will have advantage because you're firing from stealth.
Right, and I have crossbow expert, so
Doesn't matter.
half
yeah.
cover and 3/4 cover don't matter to me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and I have advantage, so I don't have to do that. Okay, so go ahead and take these shots. We agreed that I used my bonus action for the umbral shot, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, so I won't have a bonus action, so I can't Hunter's Marker yet. I guess I'll use my action just to take some shots. I'm going to use. Somebody gave me some special bolts.
Yeah, you want Cataclysm Bolt her?
Yeah, cataclysm bolts. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So how does this work? I get to pick the type of damage.
I believe you roll for it. It's sort of like a wild magic bolt. So
Oh,
you load
okay.
it up, you fire it, you got 10 of these, and then you roll a d6 on the effect if it
Sure.
hits.
All right, sounds
With
good.
normal
All
damage
right,
on top.
let me start taking shots. I
Go for
did not get my third shot this time because I did not get to go first. So I only get 2 shots at her for my action.
it.
Oh, and these will be with well, at least the first one will be with
Advantage.
sharpshooter.
Oh,
Sharpshooter.
sharpshooter.
Yeah.
Got it. So sharpshooter will have advantage. Yeah.
So 19 to hit.
19 does not hit.
Right. That wasn't very high, so I'm gonna try it again with the second one.
Okay, this is not an advantage this time. Your stealth is broken.
Aha! 25 to hit.
That will hit. Roll me some damage.
Oh, and let me just check something real quick. Oh no, not a crit. Okay. Man, I gotta get him some 19 crits. Okay. Here we go, damage. Let's see. The 1d6 was a 2. The cataclysm bolts.
Yeah, roll a d6. It was a 2 on the 6?
Yeah.
That means your bolt explodes in a blast of fire, dealing 3d8 damage to the target.
All right. Let's see what that is. Oh, that's pretty decent. Another 17. Okay. So that's and one more. Okay. 45 damage.
All right. Bolt goes up. One misses. She turns her head to find a bolt sort of sparking and explodes in her face as the bolt makes contact. Excellent. So keep in mind, you have spent 2 cataclysmic bolts. One of them is just gone forever. The other one is like laying in the room, like over here somewhere.
Oh, because it didn't hit. Okay, cool.
Because it didn't hit. Try and like put a little. I know it's not a full quiver, but just to make it easier to see, there's like a full. Let's see. You shot like this, so we'll say it's laying over here somewhere.
All right.
Okay.
For what it's worth, if we get to this point, I also do carry griffin feather crossbow bolts with me that are magical as well.
Understood.
They don't do anything; they're just magical.
Got it. Okay, so as we are at the end of the round, I just wanted to ask Yvaine Starborn, if you're present. You are shrouded in this fog. and you hear this crossbow battle going in the middle of the room. You are obscured right now physically by the fog. Is there anything you wanted to do, or do you remain loyally as a commanded down?
I'm going to sniff around towards better cover. Is there better cover? Is there architectural cover as well as fog cover? Is there?
Yeah. I mean, you could you got two choices. You could stand in the fog and kind of tuck yourself over here. You could put yourself behind this pillar to 5 feet to the side, which is pretty damn good cover. If
Okay.
you wanted to.
Yes, and I don't know if this is going to be an action. I would like to use my senses to kind of get a read on where Zarvolg is and how bad his wounds are.
I don't think you're going to be able to get a read on how bad his wounds are, but you can certainly hear it. He's sort of like...
Can I smell the blood?
Bloodied.
Yeah, you can smell blood. So
Okay.
I will say that much. You understand Zarvolg is bloodied as you can smell his blood on the ground. You do know him because he took shots at the end of the turn, which made sound, but it's hard because these two are like masters of stealth, dropping in and out of stealth like each second. They seem to be almost like teleporting around the room in their ninja-like stealth.
I'm going to hope he's smart enough to know to come to me because he knows where I am. So since I just took a little 5-foot step over, I'm going to stay here, and it is a free action for me to unfend myself, so I'm just going to stay where he knows I am and hope he can get to me if he needs a heal.
Okay, just wanted to check. Exact car will sort of like look at sort of pull away the smoke from the explosion. I kind of like look down at you, sort of half revealed behind the pillar, noticing that you're still standing despite the poisonous bolts she just shot into you. Then came with some tricks. Wise of you. And she will take her shots at you. She is also a crossbow expert, so the cover won't do much unless you're in full cover. She's going to take some shots. Shot number 1 is a 20. It's a 20 hit.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, 20 hits. The other is significantly higher. And the last is a 25. They're almost like yeah, they all hit. Okay. I'm just gonna roll them all together if that is okay with
Sure.
you. Make this all go a little quicker. Do poison separately. And then the poison is nice. Poison will be halved for 17 total poison damage, and between the necrotic and piercing damage, 9, 9, 12. That is going to be... Sorry, my math isn't working great. 93 damage.
Oh, I'm down.
Okay. 3
That's
shots
a lot
go
of
off.
damage.
Yeah, you fall down. And there's almost like a hiss as you go down. And she will sort of descend from the pillar. Her turn's not done. She will descend from the pillar and begin to start walking over. Say, don't know my own strength sometimes. That wasn't very satisfying. And starts meandering on over, but that's her turn. Yes. I will first get a death saving throw from Zarvolg.
Sure.
Privately, of course.
Yep. Oh.
That is very no. That is not to. That is you stand up at the start of your turn, Mr. Natwan.
Nice.
So as she's walked out into the open, as you've fallen over, sort of like gloating over her victory, sort of don't know my own strength. I guess that was terribly unsaid. Not paying attention at all. Do you want a lingering injury or exhaustion?
Particularly your injury.
Okay. Your choice: poison, necrotic, or piercing.
Well, since thematically I can't be poisoned, right? I can't have the poison condition right now. Let's go with necrotic.
Necrotic it is. Roll me a d20. Higher the better.
15.
15. You are merely suffering from a simple inflammation where the bolt hit. The muscles are irritated and inflamed where that last bolt hit you somewhere in the chest. You just simply have disadvantage on strength checks until further notice, which is
Okay.
not much. But as she's walking over, kind of cocky with herself, you grit your teeth and power through it. How would you like to take your turn?
Oh, I'm going to. Okay. First, I'm going to pop a hunter's mark on her now.
She's like, what? As a hunter's mark appears on her, like not really, like what? Like she doesn't know what's going on.
There's a specific reason I'm intent on doing this, and it's because I'll always know her location as long as she's hunter's marked.
Hell yeah.
So, even if she exceeds her stealth throw, now I should be able to find her.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that that's out of the way, and I don't have to worry about losing her again. I'm going to. I guess while I'm standing right there.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you this. I will. We'll call this as a sort of playing dead, like she wasn't ready for it. I'll give you advantage on your first shot.
Okay, fair enough. I'll go ahead and take advantage, or yeah, I'll take my first shot. Oh, this is going to be a fun playing dead because I didn't burn my action search last time. So,
here we go. And she's out in the open, man. She's not ready.
Right, pupper full of 4.
Yeah.
All right, that one's going to be a 23 to hit.
23 just hits.
Oh my, okay.
How heavens? Goodness gracious.
Let's see.
Compensate.
I don't have anything else on that one, right? Oh, the cataclysm bolt.
Yeah.
Cataclysm bolt's a 5 that time.
5. Your bolt releases a pulse of necrotic energy. Target takes 2d6 necrotic damage. She is resistant to that, so still roll it. She'll take half. But more importantly, she must succeed on a strength save or be stunned.
Oh, I like that. What was the damage?
2d6. 2d6.
She probably is gonna. She's probably really strong. That's just 6 for the 2d6 damage.
Okay, 6, so that will be reduced to 3 because she is resistant. As the bolt hits her.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's just for the cataclysm bolt. She also took 17 piercing damage.
Understood. 17 piercing damage hits her just
Oh,
fine.
wait, and Hunter's Mark. I forgot to pop it on. Another 5 damage for Hunter's Mark.
Beautiful. Another 5 damage. Love it. You hit her. She hisses and kind of sneers because both surprised and also like trying to play into the cockiness of it, but then she kind of starts to and starts to be unable to move as she's stunned.
Oh yeah. I guess I'll never mind. Don't answer. I'll find out. I want to know how long she's gonna be stunned, but okay. So I will. Ooh, hey Ryan. Since she's stunned now, can I have some more advantages?
You have all the advantage you want. That might have saved your ass, my friend.
It probably did. That's another 23 to hit, so that'll hit.
Hell yeah.
I'll do the damage a little faster now that I know what I'm doing.
All good. These are more are you doing a cataclysm bolt every time?
Yeah, until I use them up.
Beautiful.
So it was 3 so far.
And this will be 4.
4 on the cataclysm bolt.
Bolt freezes the air around her into jagged ice. She needs to make a dex save, but she fails because she's stunned, and thus will take a d10 of cold damage and be restrained.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this is. This was really
Drives your kid
close.
losing it in the corner.
If it wasn't for that natural 20, I'd just be laying dead on the floor.
Yeah, man. The
right.
dice are in your favor, that's for sure.
So that's 6 damage for the cataclysm bolt, cold damage, and then 23. Yeah, 23 pierce or damage for the piercing and the oh wait, I'm forgetting stuff. 23 piercing damage for the bolt and the Hunter's Mark. But I think I'm forgetting something from Piercer. Let me look it up. I just got this. I'm not good at using it yet.
I think Piercer lets you
on nat 20s you get to on nat 20s you add an extra damage dice
and I can reroll a damage. Okay. All right. I haven't that's all right. I haven't needed to reroll any damage yet. They've not been super horrible. All right. I can do that once per turn. Yes, let's action surge while she's stunned and what was the other one? Immobile?
Restrained, yeah.
Here it comes. Who saw the die?
I saw it. It's nat 20, baby.
All right, so
now add the d6 in there for the spear, so yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be pretty easy damage. I'm gonna roll. This rolls funny on my screen for crits because it automatically adds the crit. So I'm just gonna roll it here by hand.
All right.
Let's see.
So yeah, the extra damage dice rolled by Piercer, that doesn't get crit. You just throw the dice on top of it.
Sure. Okay. Cataclysm bolt is 6.
You're gonna love this shit. You're gonna love this shit. You ready?
Yeah.
The bolt shatters to unleash a burst of shrapnel. Make 6 additional ranged attacks against the target, each of which has a +7 attack bonus and deals a d6 piercing damage on a hit. So do your normal everything as if you didn't do a cataclysm bolt,
Yeah.
and then you're going to do an additional 6 plus 7 to attack, a d6 each.
Okay. Wow, that is great.
That's pretty
Okay.
good. That's pretty good.
That is the cataclysm, I assume.
That is the cataclysm, yes.
All right, so let's see.
So each pull shatters make 6. It says additions. So do your standard whatever to start, and then we'll deal with everything else after.
All right. Oh yeah, and then I get an additional for Piercer.
You never know, man, because like I'm bringing in this fucking CR18 baddie, and I'm like, is this too much? And for a second there, I'm like, yeah, it was too much, and now I'm like, nah, it wasn't too much.
Getting crazy lucky.
That's the name of the game of this group.
I gotta find this Piercer again.
Got a horseshoe up his ass, being the son of the Changebringer or whatever. So he's got a little lot going around.
One additional damage die. Oh, so that's just my normal damage die then, I guess? It says one additional damage die, Ryan. Is that my normal damage for the weapon?
Yes.
All right, so that's going to be 79 damage for that attack.
Holy fuck! That's a lot of fucking damage. Jesus. 79 damage. She's bloodied.
Alright.
So now I want you to roll me. Let's just get him out of the way. I want you to roll me plus 7 attacks. I want you to roll me 6 plus 7 attack rolls.
Alright. Sure. I'm gonna do that off the screen too, because I don't add my normal to hit to this.
No, this is a plus 7. This is like shrapnel, so this has its own attack roll attached to it.
Shrapnel. Okay. All right.
So plus 7 to attack.
Oh, that one was a natural 20.
Okay, keep going. You got a nat 20. Good job.
All right. 22. That doesn't hit, right?
That does not hit.
The other one, the third one doesn't hit.
Okay.
That one is a 26.
That will hit.
17, that doesn't hit. That's 5. Here comes the last one. 19.
19 will miss. So, we'll put it all together. Because you have Hunter's Mark, I am going to let you throw the extra d6s on top of them. So I want you to roll me 2d6 each. So a 2d6 on a normal hit, and then 2d6 plus 12 on the crit.
Okay.
This is bullshit. This is some bullshit.
That was 11 on the normal hit for 2d6.
All right.
And 9 plus 12 on the next one is 21 and 11 is 32 altogether.
Is that possible? I don't know if that's possible, my friend.
You said 2d6 plus 12 on the crit?
Yeah, sorry, the plus 12 was me giving you the crit damage on top of it. So just roll the 2d6. My apologies.
Yeah, so I rolled 11 for the first 2d6 and 9 for the second 2d6. Is 20. Plus the 12 is 32.
Got it. I'm with you. My apologies. I'm with you. Okay, excellent. That's the shrapnel shot. Well done. I believe you have one more in the chamber for me with your.
Yeah, I got one more.
Go for it. Go for it.
Oh, I think that's gonna hit.
Oh, I saw it on the crit roll away on the crit. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
All right. So that's that's a 21. You said she's like 23, right?
23. That will be a miss. I'm sorry to say. Hits her magical armor. She is very, very good studded leather armor.
That's good.
Okay. So that's the end of your turn.
Well, I haven't moved yet.
Yep. So you stand up, I suspect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me move to where Yvaine is.
Okay. You'll take 20 feet. I'm gonna say the smoke's gone. Whether out of arrogance, having thought she won the duel, or the mate, like the fucking 70 damage he took in one shot. Either way, the foul cloud's gone. So you take 20 feet in this direction towards where your dog was. As she's like stunned and like encased in ice and like fucking obliterated.
Yeah, if I guess if there's any way I can be near, because I don't really know what's gonna happen with these the stunned and the ice. So if I can be near Yvaine and kind of, well, if there's full cover, I guess. If not, if it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, I suppose.
You can. I don't. So you were here at 20 feet. I think you could go. I'll say you could slip behind this pillar if you want. At the end of your turn.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Yvaine, you heard a thump, and then you heard like fucking like grenade, like shrapnel grenade shots. Like she was like all this like and just when I thought you, and then suddenly like there's like absolute Zarvolg fucking explosions going off, and then you see him throw his back to the wall over here, like 1 hit point. Sort of over here as the sound of Exoc 2's like screams of anger and malice and pain. Is there anything you wanted to do?
Yeah. Can I run to him?
Yeah, you run to him.
Excellent.
Right here.
It's a free action to unfen myself. It's a bonus action to throw out my wings because fuck it, it's go time. And then I am going to take the divine favor I have from Arathis after we saved her temple from being grossed out by Hamachika. And I'm going to ask her to empower my spell and empower Cord's champion. That we can protect the Allhammer and all of our companions. And as she kind of puts this holy symbol against him, she's going to cast a 7th level regenerate.
Okay.
Which is not a lot of hit points, so that could be a great way. But there's no more blinded, poisoned, scarred, fucked with. All that's gone.
Okay.
I said wings. I meant cup. I apologize. I meant cup. And that will be important in a second. So he will get...
Woo! Good roll.
The 40 plus... Oh, that was cocked. 5, 4, which is an 8, plus a 4, plus 12, my beloved.
Okay, I would like you to roll initiative again. As I roll initiative for Shadow Spawn waiting in the roof for such an interruption.
Yeah, I figured as much. That prayer was
That's
very loud, by the way. So if anyone was listening for such a thing, she was being loud with it.
Buddy, you're 3 chambers away from anyone who was listening.
All right, well then, that's not great, but also probably what you would expect. That's a 14.
14. A 14 is just shy of these guys. So while I'll give you the surprise there of you emerging and doing this, we'll call it like a modified surprise, if you will. And you're able to get that off for Zarvolg.
All right, sorry, what was that in total again? 40 plus what?
It was 40 plus 12. And as far as the spell goes, You will regenerate, you will regain 1 hit point at the start of each turn, and any severed body part will regrow after 2 minutes.
Nice.
Okay.
Hey, does that make
Um,
my inflammation go away?
Yes, your
Nice.
okay. Yes, your inflammation does disappear. It is this old dwarf in the back sees the dog transform and does what it does. He goes, it's a cheat upon the master's challenge. Strike her down. And the shadow blade, the shadow spawn will jump into battle. Normally they get to move before you, but I'm giving you the move first. These 4 fellas are gonna attack. Is what they're gonna do. They are going to. So you used your favor with Arathis to heal Zarvolg. Is what you asked for.
Depending on if you want to top off that spell. Otherwise, it was just to empower the champion to beat the foe, and I'm leaving that up to you.
You said specifically you wanted to heal Zarvolg, yes?
Cool. So is he completely healed then?
No.
Because
it is a minor boon. It is not going to fully heal him to max hit points. That is not what the thing is meant to be.
But she also cast regenerate, so he did get 52 hit points. By the spell
40.
she cast.
Didn't you say 40?
And then, remember how she turned into the chalice?
Okay.
Well, when you turn into the chalice, there's extra.
Okay, I'm not talking about your healing. I'm talking about the favor. All I asked was you asked for Arathis to heal Zarvolg, yes?
Absolutely. On top of whatever she did.
Okay, got it. So you spend your divine favor to heal Zarvolg. Let's see here. What are we going to do with that? Ooh. Here's what I'm going to do. We are in an unholy place. This place has been made dark and beyond what the prime deity should be capable of. Your presence here has made it possible for them to interfere. I will simply roll a d20. On an evens, I will allow you to max out your healing. Yes. Whatever you put into him, we can max that out. On an odds, the favor is spent and wasted. That will be the deal.
Yeah.
It is an evens. You may max out the healing. What is the total possible healing you could have poured into Zarvolg?
What is the total possible healing of what?
What is the total possible healing you could have poured into Zarvolg with those abilities you just used?
8.
So you used the Yeah, okay.
Right, so with the chalice, it would have been 8, 8. With the moon sickle, 4. With the spell, 4d8 plus 15.
7 plus 20 is 67.
Yeah, so you take 67 hit points on it.
Right.
As Arathis does
Sweet.
manage to pierce through the veil of betrayer worship and empower the spell to the max of its possibility.
Thanks, Evie and Arathis.
Okay, now it is Evil Drow turns. Not Drow, excuse me. Evil Vampire turns. So, we are going to all at once Shadow Step through the rafters to get nice, clean shots on that pesky druid. To right here.
Is it a synchronized shadow step?
Yeah, they all synchronize Shadow Step.
That's kind of must look awesome.
They kind of
really cool.
Just appear up in the. They're like, it's like they betrayed the challenge, and you like look up to the roofs to see like all 4 of them just like step out of shadows, crossbows first, all at once, like a Bravo team breaking through the door. And they are going to fire off their crossbows at you. That's 3 shots each. First shot's at advantage. We're prepared for an entire Aurora Concordance. There's 1 individual to shoot. We will do... we'll do it this... so that's half of them. Put 2 in there. Make that 16. Okay, that'll make my life easier. Okay, Yvaine. I'm going to do the attack rolls first. You let me... what's your AC? Just make life easier.
17.
Okay. Oh, boy. 17. So that's going to be... I'm going to just... I got to do all this very weirdly.
Hey, I'm gonna react to one of these, Ryan. So,
Okay, which one? The first one?
whichever it's got to be one that hits.
One that hits. Okay. So the first one's first one's gonna hit. You want to react to that?
Yep.
What happens?
All right.
Is it just
So, interception. She gets to reduce the damage by 1d10 plus 5.
Okay, so just take note of that, Yvaine. 1d.
Okay.
Well, we'll do that in the end. I'm gonna get all the attack rolls out of the way. So that is 1 hit. This is weird with a left hand. 18 will hit, and then it's a 17 minutes. So I need to roll a minimum of 16. That's gonna be a. Oh no! I need to roll a minimum of. You roll minimum of 8, so that is hit. That's gonna be hit, miss, hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's gonna be 11 hits. Okay. 11 hits. Here we go. Oh boy. So 7. I'm gonna just. Oh my fucking god. Give me a moment. They're not gonna shoot you while you're down, so I'm pretty sure this is gonna take you out, but we're gonna be fair about it. Okay, there we go. Plus each one gets 5. There's 6 of them, or 4 of them. It's gonna be close to 20. So altogether, that would have came out to about 307 damage. But like I said, they're not going to shoot you once you're down. The bolts will stop at that point. They just shoot to take you down. Zarvolg, you see Yvaine like transform, pray to Arathis, heal you. She like puts her hands on you for the spell, regenerating you. Is regenerate a concentration?
No.
Then regenerate will remain. You are empowered with healing, and then all at once, as this dwarf yells out, these vampires descend from the ceiling and just firing squad Yvaine to the ground as she is just filled with necrotic energy. Yvaine, do you want a lingering injury or exhaustion?
Lingering injury.
All right. This is pure and simply necrotic, so please roll me a d20. We'll see what you get.
I need a moment. I'm sorry, I have to put my glasses on.
It's all good.
18.
That's good. You'll get on an 18. You're gonna get some for the 307 potential damage. You are gonna get necrotic coloration. You get white and gray spots on your cheeks. Yeah, that's what you get
You should keep
for all that damage.
That's
they have
aesthetic.
no adverse effects other than the aesthetic of like your skin is like slightly melted in different spots from pure necrosis.
Also,
So
not for nothing, point of order, it's 307 minus 1d10 plus 5, by the way.
Yeah, you're right. I'm so sorry. You know what? Yeah, you know what? They shoot her to the ground. You're like, God, no, wait, hang
got one.
on. And you're like, oh, they're like, okay, sorry, bro. And you deflect it, and they go, okay, great. And then fire 3 more into her. All right, we're good. Okay, Yvaine is down. You tumble down the stair steps and land right there. Zarvolg, it is your turn. Exotukar is stunned and frozen and seems...
Yeah.
And you see the frost around her going... suggesting that at the end of your turn, she will be released. But for the moment, she remains encased in ice and
No one
stunned.
wants that. All right.
You got a turn. You got Yvaine on the ground, Exotukar to deal with. What do you do?
Yeah. Is there, like, in front of me, the doorway that I came through?
Yeah,
I can get back through it.
you could. Yeah, it remains open. If you wish to flee, you can.
Here's what I would like to do. How far did we walk from everybody else in the group?
It was... There's probably a couple hundred feet there. On a very, very rough estimate, not including like paths and ups and downs and so on and so forth, you're probably about 500 feet from the group, straight as the bird flies.
All right, so I'm guessing that firing my little what I was going to try and do was make a noise loud enough for the group to hear. But it's not going to travel that far, is it?
It's pretty far. Like a thunder wave, when you cast thunder wave, it makes a 300-foot, like, audible boom. And that's thunder clapping.
Right.
Which is exactly what you've got a wand of.
It's true. You have your wand. Maybe
Pyrotechnics
some fancy
specifically
can happen there.
says it's got that same kind of volume size.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what I was talking about. Is it a try and find out kind of thing, Ryan, or
Well, what are you specifically able to do with it?
the one of pyrotechnics that Ember handed Zarvolg? He said to shoot off because it would make a big light. I was going to shoot it down the hallway essentially, and hope that like the noise alerted the group.
You could certainly try.
All right. I'm going to use one of. Can I count that as an attack?
I believe it's
The wand?
It's the pyrotechnic spell, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
If it
Could that
comes
be an
from the
action?
wand, I believe it's Ember. It's
Yeah.
the pyrotechnic spell.
It's a magic action to expend one of the charges because Ember gave Kira one too.
The
Okay.
full
It is.
action.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty then. All right. Here's what
She
we're
is
going
bloodied. You fucking laid into her. She is bloodied. And if this matters, I will put this forth. They definitely didn't spend all of their shots taking Yvaine down. They could have very easily probably thrown... How much health do you have, Yvaine? Like, what's your max total?
Not much. 120.
120. So they didn't even exceed half of the damage they possibly could have. Like, 2 guys took her down. The other 2 could have hypothetically opened up into you, but they didn't.
But they didn't. Fair. Oh, okay. They just wanted to stop it from being cheating.
They stopped Yvaine from cheating, and the healing she did. I mean, they could have been in their rights to shoot you.
Yeah. That's fair.
Even the playing field, but they didn't.
Yeah. All right. Okay. In that case, yeah, that's a good point. All right. I'm going to take a little chance, then sorry, Evie. And I guess I'm gonna keep after having considered all of these options, I guess while I'm hiding behind my pillar. I'm going to keep attacking.
Okay.
I'm going to use my bonus action to. He's still stunned for right now, right?
Still stunned, still frozen. You have advantage.
All right, I'm going to use my bonus action to second wind.
Okay.
And give me a second to regain those hit points. Oh, nice. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 more attacks, I guess.
All right.
Now that's not gonna do me any good if she hits me with another 93. But we'll see what happens. All right, attacks. Oh, no way. Oh, that stinks. That looks like
What'd
a
you get?
60 on my screen. I don't, it was like like a 14 to hit.
First shot 14, unfortunately.
Yeah. With advantage, I got a 14
Ugh,
somehow.
tough.
All right. Second shot. There, that's the 16 I was looking for. Okay. That is oh shit. No, that's a 27 to hit.
That'll hit.
And well, yeah, all right. So that's the advantage one for that. So take that shot. This is gonna be less damage. That one is only 12 damage. Wait. Let me re-roll. I'm gonna use Piercer re-roll this one. This will be my one for the turn. There we go. That's better. That will be 19 damage.
19 damage. We're using a Cataclysm Bolt.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
This is
Oh, good.
1, 2, 3. So this is 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna put your mist bolt over there.
Yep.
Yeah, this is bolt number 6 that you're firing that hits.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Those were 6 and 7. So 6 miss, 7 hit.
Sorry, what?
I attacked twice that round, so that was 2 more
Yeah.
bolts. So I had oh no, that's right. I didn't get my third attack. Oh no, wait. I'm sorry.
So you
We're
get
on
2 attacks.
we're on
You
8
missed the
now.
first attack.
Yeah.
You hit on the second one, so roll a d6.
Right. I got it. But I'm saying I'm on my 8th. The one that hit just now is my 8th Cataclysm Bolt.
Okay, got it. Understood. Yes, totally agree. Yeah.
All right. So that's a 5 on the Cataclysm Bolt.
The bolt releases pure necrotic energy. The target takes 2d6 necrotic damage, so go ahead and roll that. She'll have it.
9.
9. That'll be reduced to 4. She rolls a strength save or is stunned. She unfortunately saves on this particular one. You got a little lucky with the last guy that she saved, that she failed to save. You shoot her there. Is there movement?
Yes. I'm going to move into that hallway.
All right, you 40 feet this way. Into the door like so.
Actually, I guess I'm not going to make it. I only have 30. I only have 40 in the first round, so 30 feet. In that case, if it's too far away, if I'm not going to make it, let me cram my.
Or cram yourself over here. Yeah.
Let me cram myself over there.
Okay, so You could cram yourself. Is that a little far? Let's find out. You could cram yourself. That's not so good. Let's do this one. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Cram yourself back there. In this moment, shattering out of the ice, almost half dragging the crossbow on the ground from her injuries, sort of slides the crossbow into the center and goes, "That was a dirty trick. I'm gonna remember this." She goes, "How glorious you are, your lady friend, to watch you die." Definitely angered by all this, she pulls up the crossbow bolt. And both of your heads are going to zip up at the ceiling as both of your keen perception picks up on something that should not be in the room. What comes barreling down from the roof is this nearly 7-foot tall armored ball of fur that comes snarling and hissing down at Exotic like a cannonball and smashes through the wood grate that she is standing on, and through the ground. To the just some fucking animal just boom her through the bottom of the floor, and she goes tumbling down and away from the battle. Landing on the ground a little bit more dexterously is going to be someone you haven't seen, technically, in more than 2 years. You are going to see Kaelin Thorn, also known as Whisper Knife, of Red Zeds, take a fall down, and with his fall, behind him you're going to see the 4 Shadow Blade spawn go rushing down behind him into the tunnel after Exotic and away from you all. The rogue is going to go into his pocket. He's going to take out a potion of supreme healing, and he's going to toss it across to you, Zarvolg. He says, "Get your lady up, we're with you." And he's going to jump into the tunnel after his companion. Down below, Exotic falls quite far as this barbarian werewolf is like clawing at him as they fall through the sky, smashes into the central dais, sending the wolf flying and tumbling to the side. Exotic stands up, super hurt and bloodied. Her shadowy assassins land around her to protect her, and surrounding her in the room is all of you and the rest of Red's Zeds. As it seems the prayers to Moridin opened up unforeseen caverns beneath the temple that allowed you all to be led by Horik through the passage into this forgotten chamber beneath. And here, in ambush, you wait to back up Zarvolg and Yvaine. And we will have that combat next week.
Yeah.